Your pussy man is fuck just like your boyfriend.
Yeah, explain to me, what was the thought process
behind that cover?
Yeah.
Um,
Bro wearing some knight armor with some flop. Was that a dragon? I don't think I've ever
yeah,
noticed that.
it's a dragon. I think like the vibe at the time was just like,
That's when you were at the label, right? Like,
yeah, that was when I was at the label. I think they wanted me to like make like that like softer music. Like they were like really pushing me to like make stuff like that, and like I felt like the aesthetic of that project like felt like that cover. Like I was like, I want to wear fucking like knight armor, and I want it to be like this like bright and like
yeah.
thing. I fucking hate that album so much though. That shit is trash. Shit is so trash.
Yeah, it's crazy like how shit that dropped during the label stuff, you can kind of tell like it's not really like what you want. Like, it's not you.
Bro. Oh my god. It's because I was like, they were like forcing me. Like, you know what I mean?
They wanted
like,
you to go to this certain specific box.
Yeah, they wanted me to either like make the TikTok songs that I had already made, basically like make them over again and like remix them, or like do something exactly like that one to one, or make the like soft like lovey whatever the fuck that genre, like I guess like aesthetic rap music.
yeah.
And I just like didn't want to make it. So I feel like Forever Yours is like the most like phoned in album ever, because like I didn't want to make it. So like every single song on it like has a feature pretty much. And I want to say of that entire album's runtime, I'm probably on like less than half of it. Where like something like Nightcrawler, like I'm like 80% of the songs is all me.
Yeah, and it's I mean, yeah, for literally Forever Yours is the last solo fucking album that we dropped from you. That was 2021.
Yeah. I felt like the album with Cam was like a revitalization, and I realized that we should do that on the Forever Yours album, because the one song for that album that I wanted to make was the one song with Cam.
The Mosh Pit.
That's what I wanted to make at that time, which is why it was all bottled up, because like they just were like, no, like this shit is ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, but like
they didn't see the vision.
Yeah, so then like in the time that I spent like not being able to drop, when I was like fighting with the label trying to like get out of my deal, I I just stored up all of that like rage and like energy that I felt to like, and then in that time I made Sorry I'm a Haunted House, From Hell with Love, Ghost in the Shell.
Damn. Like first version Ghost in the Shell?
First version of Ghost in the Shell, which became the one that you no, but like I cut like Ghost in the Shell from that. The Tamagotchi Graveyard song that didn't make the album, but like was made in that time. And then like as soon as I got out of the deal, then we dropped that. We started dropping like From Hell with Love. We started dropping all the songs that I was making. I held Ghost in the Shell, and then like I went to North Carolina like 2 months later, and then made Paranoia Agent, Slow Dancing with the Devil, Flowers by Her Grave in like 2 days.
Damn.
With Cam.
You really, so yeah, you clearly had all that shit like in you ready to fucking let it out.
Oh my god, dude, I'm forgetting From Up on Silent Hill too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, all those songs like literally like
all,
pulled
like,
my ass out of the gutter.
tracks,
yeah, they pulled my ass out of the gutter, bruh. Like when we dropped Sorry I'm a Haunted House, that was the first song that we dropped after I got out of the label deal. Like I thought like I was gonna wake up and like no one was gonna listen to that shit, because it had just been like 9 months since I had dropped.
Yeah.
The album, the Forever Yours album, was trash, and I knew it, and I was worried that like the fans that I like loved so much, that had like rode out for me and like stuck with me even through like all the like terrible times and mid that was being forced upon them, like we're gonna give up
on your shit.
So yeah,
I'm glad they stuck it out. I'm glad, and like, I mean, I'm sure like they heard like songs like Mosh Pit Love Story. What is this one? Pumpkin Stream that did a night. Like, they heard that fucking like itch and that potential from you.
Yeah,
they stuck around. Shout out to the fans.
Yeah, but Forever Yours, I feel like was like that was a low point in my life. I think it was a low point.
You had a couple bangers on here.
It was just a low point in my life, like mentally as well, when I was making it. Like, that was the year, like, I mean, that was like coming off of the year where like my best friend had like passed away. So like I wasn't in really a mood to make music anyways. And I didn't for the first, right after he died, I didn't make any music for like 8 months. And then like I took like another break in that time and was just like dropping shit that like was like there.
Yeah.
Like what I had, I was like, drop it, fuck it. I mean, some of it, like, you know, it got us through the time. Like there was songs like from that era that I thought were cool, like Drunk Texting My Ex, I like, and like Toxic, TMO6 Toxic, and like a few of them like are fine. Obviously, the song with Cam, Mosh Pit, is cool. But
it's almost like, would you say you felt like forced, like you're forcing yourself to like get the project out? Because when you were on the label, did you have like a set?
Yeah, I had a deadline.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a deadline. I had like a number of songs. I knew what they wanted the songs to sound like and what they wanted them to like be, and that was just like stripping me of my like identity of who I was. Because also, every time they didn't like something, they would like hit my management or like hit me and be like, yo, Gaspare fucking sucks right now, like he's trash, like he's falling off, like he needs to do this, like he needs to do that. And they would like tell me though to my face, they'd be like, crazy, this shit is horrible. And I was just like, why the fuck did I like sign here?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? Like,
I mean, why did you sign there? Was it just like,
I think that I signed because like I had like never had any money in my life before, and I thought that like when I was young, because I signed when I was like 18 or 19, that like signing a deal was like the way to
make it.
Yeah, to do the shit full time. Because all I knew before that was like, obviously, like, you know, I like had SoundCloud and stuff going on, but I wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that when you like start getting streams on Spotify, that like you keep making money from that. It's not like just once.
Yeah.
But the label, on the other hand, was like pretty much like once, and then I like never made anything ever
again.
again.
Did like the first check or whatever.
They just fucking rinsed me. They rinsed me dry, ran my ass dry, fucked me over, like left me like a fucking old sock in the wind hanging out to dry.
As labels do, man.
Yeah.
Most of them, I feel like.
I think that like the modern day, like I mean I won't say the modern day label, but the labels that are like the established major labels, they're there to like fuck you over. And you know, and maybe that's like a jaded perspective from me because like I've personally like been through like a lot of trauma and like
the shitty
emotional damage from the label, but like they're not set up to like help young artists like win in the long run. Like it's like a casino. It's like they'll let you win sometimes. Like they'll let you get your little victories in. They'll like give you a little bit of money. They'll give you a feature. They'll give you, you know, whatever they think will lull you into like complacency for the moment.
Yeah.
But like, are they really gonna let you get that big win to like where you ever win anywhere near how they're winning? No. Because it's not set up like that. Because like the house needs to win. Because they need to not only make back their investment, but they need to 10x their investment, or they're gonna throw you in the trash like a little shit, like a little piece of poop.
Yeah.
Dingleberry.
They definitely only care about fucking. I mean, just from what I've seen, it's like they just care about the money at the end of the day, how much they can profit.
Well, yeah, it's like incredibly like dehumanizing, the way that they like.
You're an object to them.
Yeah, speaking from my own perspective, I mean, I'm sure people have amazing experiences with them, like, and good for you, more power to you if like you got it like that. But like, it is dehumanizing to like feel objectified, to feel like your art is that you love is a commodity to them, like a product that can be like packaged, sold, repackaged, like regurgitated, spit out by them. It's like, how is that like what any of us like signed up for? If you're not passionate about making music and you just want to get lit, like
quit bag.
Yeah, that's like great. Like do whatever. But like anyone who like loves making music, who like it's really their real deal passion, they like wake up, they eat, sleep, breathe, exist to make music, to like help people like with their art, like it just can't be for them. I don't know. Like, I don't want to, like, fucking hate on anyone, but yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, I don't know. And, like, you know, shoot me, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's just how I feel about it.
We all got our own ideas and thoughts at the end of the day.
vtgAkuma, just sit back and react.
Bro, I don't even know how fucking deep we are, but we're here with Savage Ga, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I forgot the thing was
bro,
on.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I do it,
yeah.
shit, bro.
I forgot this shit was on, bro.
Yeah, man. That was good,
It's been recording the whole time?
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to be like,
No. That's fire. That's honestly, you got me going. That's something that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like, we said, I feel like we still got more to touch on, like,
Yeah.
but,
yeah.
But that's a good little, like, preface, little intro, you know.
I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting into some meaty, some juicy shit in this interview, man. BTG interviews number 3. We're here with my guy, Gaspare.
Savage.
No, yeah, I was like,
Savage Gas, man.
I wanted to say your last name, so like
saying my full government name on camera,
bro.
It's fine then.
Everybody knows that shit.
You could just Google it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Please don't.
It's such a hard last name though. Like, shout out to your fucking.
Shout out to your father.
Yeah. Shout out to your ancestors.
Shout out to my bloodline.
God damn. What is that? Italian?
Yeah, it's Italian. My dad's Italian. Yeah. Buba de Beppo. That fucking pasta muncher named me Gaspare Magadino, the 4th.
The 4th. Oh,
that's the most pasta eating name of all time. Magadino.
Yeah. I like it though. I also just never heard like Gaspare being like.
Yeah, honestly, like.
Never heard that as a fucking name.
I've only met maybe one other person in my life that wasn't my dad or someone in my family that was named Gaspare ever.
Is it spelled the same way?
Yeah, it's spelled the exact same way. It's actually my friend's dad. Super weird. He's from the same hometown as me, or well, I mean, as my dad's like parents, as me. I'm not from there.
Got you.
But you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is actually a crazy story. Like, so I mean, he is my friend, but like, we're actually like blood related in some way. Like I think we're like 2nd or 3rd cousins. Like, someone on his dad's side is related to someone on my dad's side.
Yeah.
I think through marriage or something somewhere, and now he's like my 3rd cousin. And I didn't know because he's also an artist. And then there was a party that we both went to.
Yeah. When
we first met, and he was like, "Bro, I think we're related. My dad's name's Gaspare," and that's not a common name.
No, not yeah.
And
not
and he was like, "Where are your like grandparents from?" And I was like, "Oh, like they're from like here. Like it's this town in Sicily called Castellammare." And he was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Yo, it's the same town." Crazy,
bro.
Yo,
the small world.
You should react to him. Sachi 6.
Sachi 6.
Just shout out my cousin.
Literally just
shout out. That's my blood. That's my cousin.
Remind me. Is he like hard though? Like he like.
He's like an angelic voice, like beautiful singer.
Yeah, sing that shit.
Yeah, like he's like a really fucking good singer. It's like I would say he's like rock, but like he's got the voice of an angel. I mean, I'm not just saying that because I found out we were cousins at the party.
Is his family?
Yeah, nah, like he genuinely is good, like really really good. Like I fuck with bro.
Yeah, you haven't let me down yet, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say after the Jim legacy out, you know I wouldn't steer you wrong.
Yeah, that shit. Shout out Jim, bro. That shit was very different. I didn't expect him to sound like the way that he does. I was talking with 23 about it too. It was like, bro, his voice is fucking crazy. His style is crazy.
Yeah, Jim Legacy is so fucking good. When 23 first showed me him, I like instantly was like, yeah,
this dude's hard.
Yeah. I love getting recommended shit like that. Like, when 23 showed me him too, like, probably had like 20,000 monthly listeners. Like, I felt like I was early on him. Now he has like 3 million. He blew the fuck up. I feel like I would never show you some bullshit.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Like, I'll let you know, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why you sending me this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, has there been anything that I've sent you that you hated?
I honestly don't think so. Nah, like anyone that you say is hard to like
Yeah, I feel like with the people too that I like, especially like from this scene, like they're all like good. They're all like talented as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most, yeah, I would say like genuinely, like everyone that I feel like all of our like homies too are like all genuinely good. Pack just touched down. Nah, it actually did.
You need to take that?
I don't need to take it. Maybe I should just like tell them that we're doing an interview. Do you guys want? Oh, okay. Yeah. Nah, it's chilling. We just like had something to like pay for the album, and they like I already saw the text from them before though. We had just paid for it. Bro, paying for stuff is expensive.
Yeah, I found out firsthand, bro. Just shopping with you, just for a couple fucking
oh my gosh,
stage design shit.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like when the people that come to the haunted house store see it, like you only will know.
Yeah.
Like that shit was like stupid expensive to like put it together.
So enjoy that shit, bro. Visually. Like,
yeah,
take
I was
it
like,
in, man.
If y'all come to anyone watching this come to the haunted house store, and you think that the stage looks cool, thank vtgAkuma. We went shopping for.
And my girl, low-key, like she was like.
Yeah. Honestly, the three of us all like picked
Yeah.
out like a lot of the like stage design stuff.
We were locked the fuck in.
Yeah, we did lock in. It was very expensive, but it was.
Hey,
I think it's gonna be very worth it.
I think it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, but it's super hard, like to have something be like even a mildly decent production, like so goddamn expensive, and like, see, and now you're gonna get me ranting again, but like that's something that I feel like artists like would like be pulled towards a label for, like it's like they're like, oh yeah, come on, like we'll pay for all that stuff for you, like we'll pay for you to like have this and that and like go on tour, like we'll get you like the nice Airbnb, like we'll get you like whatever, and the artist is like, wow, like this is great, and it's like, because it does suck paying for that stuff, like it's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
But then like in hindsight, like they're like putting your ass in debt. You know what I mean? Like
it's not free. Like,
yeah, like all that money you have to pay back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a double-edged sword. You either pay all up front and you know, like suffer in the moment. Like right now, I'm like eating Culver's. I'm eating the Culver's cheese curds because I have like $2 to my name, and then you know, and then a month later you make it all back.
Yeah. And
you know, hopefully more. But it is like it's definitely difficult doing that shit like independently.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like
Tour's expensive.
Having a budget for that shit and like
dude,
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
With everything going on.
I mean, shout out our tour manager because like he does like a lot of that stuff for us. Like he helps. Like he right now I know because I just talked to him today. He's like planning out all the hotels, and bro, it's like rooms for all of us every night. Like the like route that we like take every single day. Like what venues can accommodate what stage props and like what visuals and like just everything. Like it's like that shit is like low-key such a crazy undertaking to like plan a successful tour, promote a successful tour, and then perform at the best of your ability. Like I feel like that's something that like sometimes goes unnoticed. Maybe not unnoticed, like I feel like that's like a like fucking boohoo ass comment, but like I do feel like maybe it could go a bit unseen sometimes, or people could just be like, damn, like that's dope. But like every time like I go to a show, I'm always like, damn, like that's fucking crazy. Like last night when we were at Grade A, they had like the fucking cars that had like the fucking fire shooting up out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! Like
you see that they're actually hearses.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, dude.
Like I was like, whoever's in like the art department, like making that, along with like the stage visuals, the like chrome skulls and stuff. Yeah. That's all I could think of, because obviously like I'm like in the process of like doing that right now. So I was like, dude, like this is just so fucking crazy that they like whoever was in the art department that worked on this like did a great job.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is the best like stage design that I've seen.
Shit looked dope.
At Grade 8, yeah.
Shit looked hella dope. I wonder if it was Tristis. I hope it was.
Bro, shout out to him.
That's my dog. Yeah, shout out.
Snapping on.
Tristis is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of like the coolest artists like in the whole fucking like scene. He'd make such cool shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Mad talented, hella nice guy too. But yeah, like I don't know. I'll have to ask him that because if he did that, like crazy. The fucking car shooting fire though, I was like, shit, y'all are.
Yeah.
Y'all are lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in-ears also, that's crazy. I'm learning to use in-ears right now, and it's really hard. It's just like fucking dead silent except for the track.
Yeah.
So like if you like yell into the crowd, like you can't hear them. It just feels like you're like in a like empty room, like an empty void of like black space. I wish there was a vtgAkuma animation team that could like put up like a pop-up window here, an empty void of black space, and like you're just calling out to like no one, and you just hear your isolated vocals.
So like you literally hear your own shit back.
Yeah. Like, the way that, like, I run it, like, I'm just, like, a weird person. Like, I always record with, like, one headphone out.
Yeah.
Can't record with two on because it, like, freaks me out for some reason.
Pop is in.
Yeah, put his in. But, yeah, like, it's very weird to get used to it. I've never had them up until this tour, but now that Jeremy has the drums going for my entire set, like, I had to. So I also don't, like, damage my eardrums.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's, like, banging on them every night.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fucking loud, especially like with live instruments.
Yeah.
I went to a concert with Mossback when he was here. It was just like I literally had to buy fucking like plug-ins because of how loud like.
Oh, did you guys go to a metal show?
Yeah, shit was nuts. It was interesting. It was interesting.
Bro, Mossback took me to a Iron Maiden cover band show, and he was like, "Bro, I'm worried the tickets are gonna be sold out. I'm worried that we're gonna get there and we're not gonna be able to get in." We got there at 5:40 p.m. The band didn't go on till like 10 p.m. and we were the only people there for like 4 hours.
Jesus.
And it was just me and Mossback standing outside while they were like setting up their merch and shit for like 4.5 hours. It's like all these like 50-year-old dudes in this Iron Maiden cover band, and me and Mossback. And me just, like, nursing this one beer that I got for, like, 4 hours.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, was there any, like, openers or anything? What was the...
Yeah, there was, eventually.
What was the end, like, capacity? Like, how many people showed up?
I don't know, probably, like, 20.
Damn.
It was fun.
Were they fire, though?
Yeah, they're fire. They're so good. It's not about how many people are at the show. It's about, you know, the vibe.
Yeah.
But in the time of waiting for them to perform... It was hellish.
Shout out Mossback though.
Yeah, for real. It's my goat.
He definitely. I never would have gone to like a metal show. Like I've been to him before. I've been to Roxy and shit, but like that one specifically, I would have never even been on my radar.
He's deep in it. He's deep in the metal world. Like he goes to shows every week, and I've been to a few now with him.
In L.A.
On his wife's birthday, we went to a Japanese metal band's show, and I got so drunk that I had to go home.
Like mid-show?
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if the show was over or not, but I just remember like drinking this like one last drink, and I was just like you know when you get drunk and there's like that nice medium, but then you like take like one drink too many, and you're like and you're like all the way in the deep end. And I just remember like drinking that drink, and I stood up and I was like it was so crazy. Yeah, and then I had to go home, and then the next day.
Who made that decision? Yourself?
Yeah, because I don't really drink like that anymore. I almost never do. Like maybe a couple times a month. Like last night when we drank was one of the first times I drank in a few weeks, I think.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I'm not like knocking anyone or trying to say anything by that. That's just like a personal preference. But that night I was like, shit, I'm having a good time. Like it sounds dope. Like I'm happy to be here with my friends and stuff. And you know, I'm gonna just get a little silly.
Get a little lit, yeah.
Yo, so then like, yeah, my girlfriend had to like put me in an Uber and get my ass home. And then the next day, oh my god, I almost missed my flight the next day. Because me and Witch House went to Texas the following morning. Because Witchy also got like blackout drunk and like
at the same
fucking
show?
like, yeah, he was like dead. He was like deceased. We both were. And we both had to wake up for our flight the next day to fly to Dallas to shoot this video. I don't know if it's gonna be out when this drops, so I'll just say like this video for like this song Witchy has that I was just in it. Like it's not my song. But dude, that flight was like the most intense agony that I was in my entire life. Like I felt like in a past life I did something to deserve the way that I felt
You're being punished
on that flight. Yeah, it felt like severe punishment. It was just like the most intense hangover I've ever had. I think it's because I'm getting old.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you kind of you realize how old you're getting just based on how your body reacts to different shit. Like I used to be able to like just be in the fucking pit and like go crazy and shit. Now I feel like I'm in there for like 2-3 tracks and
Bro, when we
get
were
the fuck out of here,
when
bro.
we were even standing in the pit yesterday,
Yeah, I feel
I was like, oh my god, bro. There's a few times like the sweaty people that were in front of us. I was like, it's too hot. You're too close to me.
yeah, it took everything in my being not to just fucking like,
I know.
pushing forward, dude.
And it's like, it's not even that. I think that like I'm just like at this point in my life now where I would just like rather be at home. Or like not rather be at home. Like I do love like going to shows, but like that many people being right on top of you and stuff. Yeah, I do like my own space. Like I have a really hard time being around like a large crowd of people. It's one of my like biggest pet peeves is like when there's like a ton of people around you and people are just like nudging into you and like bumping you and or like being like right up on you. I'm just like, oh, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, put that with the body odor and the sweaty bodies touching you, bro. Is
the smell of meat
combination.
and even perhaps
Whoppers,
some scented cheeses. Yeah. Some beautiful Fermunda cheese.
Yeah, shit is gnarly. Not a
fucking gnarly.
Not a pleasant.
Gnarly.
I remember some dude passed by my girl. She just looked over. She's like, nastiest stained face.
Yeah, it's putrid. You ever been to a Magic the Gathering tournament?
No. Is that just 24/7 smell over there?
Yeah. As someone that's played a lot of board games and card games in my life, like card game players, like Magic in particular, and I like love them, like I'm one of them, and Super Smash Bros. Players, which like I've also heavily played Super Smash Bros. So I can't say that. I mean, I'd put on deodorant before I go, but
yeah.
Those are just like some of the smelliest, most putrid individuals that you hope that you don't cross paths with them. They just smell like poop.
Maybe they should just like put deodorant in like a gift bag or something like.
Well, so now at like tournaments for like I know for Magic, but I know for a lot of different card games, like showering, there's like a list of rules on the wall where it's like you have to shower, like you have to wear deodorant.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's so crazy that you gotta put that like.
Yeah, you have to like list hygiene rules. Like they do like smell checkpoints. Cause like if you're just like smelling like putrid stink, like it's like distracting.
Yeah, people don't want to fucking be like.
In that environment. It's almost like a strategy to best your opponent through psychological warfare. If you think about it. Like if you smell if like you smell like Dookie Boo Boo buns and you're playing a card game, like how is your opponent expected to get a fair shake at beating you when they could like barely focus?
Yeah. Because
like your putrid tendrils.
Yeah, you're focused on the scent.
Yeah. Like you know what I mean?
That's smart.
I've smelled some things in my life.
Such as?
That's it.
What's the worst thing you ever smelled?
I can't say it.
Okay, respect, man, respect.
Next question.
Next question. When the fuck did you so I'm gonna take a hard pivot here, but when the hell did you like realize you wanted to make music? Because you were in the, was it Army, the Navy?
No, I was in the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, I was in the Coast Guard. I guess that's something that I've never spoken about before. That was an incredibly dark time in my life.
Being in the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
You come from like a military family?
Yeah, my dad was in the Army, so I was in the, you know, I felt pressured because when I knew that I wasn't gonna get into college, and my life was kind of like going nowhere, I felt a lot of pressure to, like, from him to join the military.
Yeah, do something.
And that's obviously something that, like, at the core, I just, like, don't agree with, you know? Like, it's just not for me. So, I did join the Coast Guard, which I've never said that before. Because it's, like, something that was, like, really hard for me to even, like, speak about for a really long time.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, one of the lowest, like, mental health times in my entire life. Like, I ended up getting, like, rushed along and, like, moved out of the Coast Guard because of music, but I really, like, was gonna get out anyways because, like, it was, like, a year in, maybe not even a year in, I, like, tried to kill myself.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
I was in, like, an incredibly dark place. I was, like, getting bullied in the Coast Guard by, like, grown-ass men. I was getting bullied constantly. Every time I would, like, ask someone for help or, like, ask someone to help me, like, stop like, what was going on, like, it would just be worse. I had no friends in it. I had, like, no support system in it. I lived on the other side of the world from...
Like, everything you
from
know,
everyone that I knew and, like, came from at the time. For, like, at least the first, like, year of it.
Yeah.
There's, like, times where I would just, like, go to work at, like, 5 a.m., get off at, like, 3 p.m., sleep, and then just, like, go the next day. But it was, like, I dreaded it so much.
Yeah, it's like you weren't really living at all, dude. Like,
No, I wasn't living. That's, like, no way to live. Like, I was afraid to even, like, go to work because I was, like, worried about, like, someone just, like, fucking with me.
yeah.
Or, like, just being terrible, like, saying crazy shit to me, doing something, like, crazy to me. And, you know, it was just, like, one of the worst times in my entire life. I think that, like, yeah, I think that might have been, like, the darkest point in my entire life. But I think, like, the silver lining in it well, I started making music, to answer your initial question, in high school. And then,
Did your parents know?
yeah, they knew. They honestly, like, shout out to Jill and Gasp, like, I love them to death. And they're very supportive of me now.
Yeah.
But I think that they just wanted me to do something more, like, traditional.
Yeah, yeah.
And they didn't.
That's like a guaranteed income.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think they were rocking with the vision at first, for sure. I think they just wanted me to do something that, you know, like, made more sense and, like, had guaranteed results, which, like, you can't blame them for that, you know. And
that's how they grew up. That's how, like,
exactly
how they know shit works.
And I don't, like, harbor any resentment towards them for that, but I do feel like it put me into, like, a very, like, weird position where I feel like I, at the time, like, wasn't relying on, like, my family as, like, a support system when I was, like, dealing with a lot of, like, horrible things.
Yeah.
Because of that. Like, I don't think I even, like, fully told them everything that was going on until I was, like, I went to, like, the mental hospital and then, like, got out and then told them what was happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Were they, like, fine with it? Like were they understanding?
Yeah, they were understanding then, but I mean, I think that, like, you know, with, like, mental health and, you know, people, whether it's, like, your parents or whoever that are, like, older, like, it is hard for them to, like, grasp it.
It's a little taboo, yeah.
Yeah, it is harder for them to grasp it, and I think, like, when I would, like, mention things about it, they would be like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry, like, what can we do? But, like, at the same time, like, you know, they were like, you'll be alright.
Yeah. You know,
but, like, I was like, no, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not okay. Like, it's really bad. Like, I'm not okay. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. You know, I don't see, like, any future in, like, any of this. Like, I feel like it's all, like, going to, like, a dead end. Like, I just feel like something horrible is going to happen there. Like, I'm sorry, like, we're here for you, but, like, you'll make it through it, you know? when
toughen up type shit.
Yeah, not I won't say like that like harshly, but I think that like I don't know. I think maybe they just like neither of us were like equipped to like deal with the situation.
I mean, yeah, mental health is like a pretty fairly new thing like that we as society have kind of like come to realize and accept.
Yeah.
And like, like depression is like a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like shit really affects you. Like people end their lives because of this shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like right there, and I'm like lucky that I was able to like make it out of that on the other side and come out of it, and be where I am today and like feeling obviously like I still have like good and bad days now, as I'm sure like everyone does, but like I've come a long way from like the place that I was in at that time, you know what I mean? So I think that really affected me. But started making music in high school. Then, like I said, like I ended up being in the military, and like, but the silver lining like in that was like all of my off time that I had when I wasn't sleeping in a depression state was like spent like working on music. And that because I was like that was like my way out. Like made music originally because like I loved it because I like wanted to, but I think at one point I was like so desperate to feel like my life like had purpose. I was like, this is like the only thing. It's the only thing I feel like I've ever been really good at. So I need to push hard to like do this for real.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I wouldn't have been like put into a position in the first place where I have the ability to work hard and to put the effort in to do this if it wasn't like meant to be. So I was like, I need to just will that shit into existence because I don't really have any other options. Like I'm either gonna like die or I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
There wasn't like an in between. I wasn't like, oh, like I'm gonna just go do this or like go do that or like I was like, that's it. There's literally a story from my like old private Instagram that I don't think like I've ever like showed anyone except for like the few friends that I have that are like on there, that says it's in 2018. It was like right before I started like really going through it, and like I tried to do it anyways, but I was like 2019, if I don't make anything happen in my life, I'm gonna end it all. And I remember saying that.
And you posted that on your story?
I posted it on that Instagram.
Yeah.
I think the caption was, I'm telling all of you right now, 2019, I'm making this shit happen. If I don't, I'm going to end up dead. And then, I worked really hard and I put all of my free time and effort into that. And I like put my head down and I tried to like turn a bad situation into something that was hopeful. And I tried to project, like, rather than, like, projecting the negative emotions that I was feeling into the music, I took, like, a different route. And at first, I feel like I was, like, trying to be, like, as positive as possible at all times. Like, relentlessly positive. Like, just only trying to, like, spread, like, the best thing that I, like, possibly could, essentially. Yeah. Because, like, in my personal life, I was like sinking into like deep depression, that I was almost like overcompensating in like the art that I was trying to make, because I was like, dude, like if anyone else is feeling the way that I'm feeling right now, I'd be worried for that person.
Yeah.
So if there's anything I can like do to set like a positive example and to help and to like, even if I can't be that person for myself, maybe I could be that person for someone else. Because I feel like I need that person right now. Like, even if it was just one person, that would have been more than enough for me.
Yeah.
But I think that when I started seeing like some results, even in the early days of SoundCloud, where people would reach out to me and be like, oh, like your music like is really helping me through this hard time that I've been going through. Your music really like it saved my life. Like when I started getting stuff like that, that's when I was like, okay, so like now there's like absolutely no way that this isn't the thing. Yeah. Like I remember like the first couple of DMs that I got like that, it meant everything to me. everything. All of a sudden, everything had purpose. Everything had meaning. There was like a very small light at the end of the tunnel that just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I was like, I can do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that it's funny because those kids were messaging me being like, you saved my life, like you know, your music really helped me, when it's like, in actuality, like, they probably saved my life.
Just by messaging that
Just
shit.
by sending me that, because that was the only thing that gave me any hope to continue to press on.
Yeah.
In those dark moments. So it's crazy to like think about stuff like that now. And to like look back at that in retrospect, because it's like this person that I was then, you know, it doesn't even feel like the same person as now.
Yeah.
But I think like as an adult looking back on it, like I can really like appreciate I guess my own personal like growth, my own personal like self-discovery. I guess the way that it like hardened me up, and like, you know, I had to like figure stuff out and seek out like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. For
myself, without anyone else's like help. And I think that was good for me. Like, would I wish it on my worst enemy? No.
No, yeah, that's... Yeah.
Fuck no.
It's such a fucking horrible feeling.
Fuck no. I would never wish it. I would never wish anything like that on anyone. Not anyone. But, you know, I do think it was good for me.
Looking back on that?
Yeah, I think looking back on it, like, you know, I think life only gives you what it knows you can handle. And, you know, and I think, like, although it was a turbulent time and at times, like, it felt hopeless, like, if I couldn't persevere through it, I, like, wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And, you know, at times, like, I thought, like, I wouldn't be here. And I was fine with that, you know? I don't think a lot of those times, like, I really cared at certain points one way or another. I was, like... But, like I said, I think once I, you know, had those, like, initial things where stuff started clicking in my brain, I was like, okay, if we just focus on this, maybe we can get out.
Yeah.
You know?
So you were still, like, in the Coast Guard when you decided to, like, lock in?
Yeah. I was in it until, like... They didn't let me out till the end of, like, 2019. So, I was in it for, like, a long majority of that time.
So then what'd you do, like, when you got out? Like, were you only solely doing music? Did you have a job, or...?
No, I was only doing music. I mean, I had other jobs even while in it. Like, you know, I've, like, worked at a bunch of different places before. Like Starbucks is, like, the funniest one. But, yeah, once I started making money from music while I was still in the Coast Guard, they let me out eventually. And then from then on, I haven't worked, you know, a job.
Yeah.
Or I guess a traditional job since then. Because this shit is, like, my life, and I, like, live and breathe it, and I love it. But, you know, there's definitely been times where it's felt like a job, especially, like, with the label.
Yeah. So, okay, going back to that then, when did the label, like, when did that get introduced?
So...
How did that even, like, come to fruition?
That got introduced while I was still in the Coast Guard, because it was blowing up. Like, one of the songs on TikTok was blowing up.
You know what track? What was your first track to fucking...
It was Pumpkin Scream in the Dead of Night.
Oh, shit.
That was the first one. It was blowing up, and then labels started, like, reaching out, and I was like, you know, like what I was saying before, where I'm like, well, if they, like, give me all this money, like, because I assumed, like, they just give you a ton of money and you just do it. I was very uninformed.
Yeah.
And, like, stupid and young. I was like, maybe I could, like, just get out of this like that. So I'm, like, you know, taking meetings with them and stuff, and they're whining and dining me and, you know, being fucking shiesty bastards.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it's like... And then from there, I was like, I think I, like, need to do this. Like, this is the only way to, like, guarantee that I'm going to, like, make money from this and be able to, like, not go back. Because that was my biggest fear. Not necessarily going back to, like, the military, but going back to like a place that I was in before where it was like a dark place. Because I was like, if I get back there, like I'm gonna be right back where I started.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna like, you know, end up, I don't know, somewhere that I don't want to be, on the side of the road or some shit. You know, who knows? So they came into the picture at that time, and then I got signed like shortly after I like got out. And that's kind of where the whole shitstorm saga, you know,
with the label started.
With the label, yeah, it started like from the beginning, because from the beginning, I was like, wait a minute, like this isn't as much money as I thought. There's all these like stipulations and like now that I'm signed there, like they don't like answer me as much. Like this is like I didn't get as much money as I thought I was going to. Like I'm not getting the support. Like I don't feel. I was like whoa. Like but you promised me like this and this.
Yeah.
But you're only doing this. Like what the hell? Like I'm just like a kid. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm like, did I like miss something? Did you bamboozle me?
I feel like that's one of the ways they take advantage of you is like knowing you're new to this shit. You're just trying to make it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
And I think like it was hard to like public facing throughout that time, you know, be like super lit. I mean, at first it was super lit and positive. But at first, like I was like, you know, I had my like reservations and there was some weird shit, but I was like, you know what? Let's just see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So then I start working on my first album for the label, The Long Halloween, which like is an album that for its time, like I like it. My heart was in it still. You know what I mean? I was still young and like hungry and excited.
Did you have like more freedom on that album?
Yeah, I did honestly. And that album I started working on like right around, you know, November of 2019.
Yeah.
But then see where like we reached like the end, and you know there's some weird stuff, but you know we're going forward. So then in the first couple months, we get into the first couple months of 2020, and then we get to April, and that's when my best friend dies. He ODs on fentanyl, dies. So then all of a sudden it's like we're just like
back down,
crashing back down to earth. You know, the stuff with the label starting to go on. He dies, which is like an incredibly like crushing blow. You know, like I just spent the last year before this digging myself out of like this hole that I was in, and then all of a sudden like
you're back in
back in it. You know, and that's like a time where that was just dark. Like as for the album, you know, like I said, like I stopped working on it for like a good while. You know, I started drinking a lot more, started doing a lot more drugs, hard drugs. I started like hanging out with different people, doing more drugs with them. I started isolating myself, you know, from like friends.
You're just going down a fucking dark path.
Yeah, I was going down like a dark path. Like it was what I was telling you, I think like last night when we were eating or whatever. Like there was times where I would just like lock myself in a room and like get high and drunk and not see the
play FIFA.
Yeah, play FIFA for like 16 hours a day, which like is funny now, but like I feel like the way that I was like just using drugs, using alcohol, using self-isolation to cope with this thing that I was trying to figure out how to process and deal with. When there wasn't a clear-cut answer for that, you know, that definitely wasn't the answer. But at the time, there wasn't really a clear-cut answer to me because it was just so devastating. And I think I was in a fragile state from everything else that had happened in the year before in, like, my career life. That then when that happened in my personal life, I was like, oh my God, like, there's no, like, escaping from this. Like, it's horrible. So for the rest of that year, music was made very few and far between. But we got there at the end of the year. Like, we cobbled together stuff. And like I said, at that time though, like, I think at some point in the year I got a second wind and we locked in and like finished the album. And I think it came out in, I don't know, September and then
Of 2019
or of 2020. So then we're rolling. Like we lock in. We're starting to promote the album, and then another song comes along right around that time. You know, and I will mention this in regards to this. So while I'm dealing with this situation that I was just telling you about, doing those things and coping how I was coping, that's also the first time the label just didn't give me any money. There's nothing. Like I wasn't making any monthly income. You know, the money that I'd used from the advance, I'd like spent on like recording in the studio and like Airbnbs. I remember I saw the first bill for the Airbnbs in the studio and the shit they were charging the producers and stuff. It was like $68,000.
And they just expected you to pay that shit?
No, but that was the budget that they gave me. I was like, well, that's all the money.
Yeah.
So fuck, I didn't even know. You know, like I was just like a stupid kid, and it was like, you know, obviously that coupled with everything else that was going on, that's like a recipe for fucking disaster, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know, regardless of struggling financially, struggling with drug use and alcohol use, I don't want abuse maybe is even the right word, and going back into like a dark mental place.
Yeah.
I was like, man. So I start getting. I do, like I said, I lock in, finish the album. The people that I was around at the time came through for me and like were there for me, and we all locked in, finished it. And then September rolls around, the album's gonna like come out, but I'm in like a dark place. I have no money. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like feeling defeated. Like the album's gonna come out, and it's funny too because at the time, like I remember everyone being like, dude, like you're lit, dude, you're going crazy, like. Everyone that I was like, they're mad people that I would see glazing. They're just like, dude, like this is just so crazy, like yada yada. And I was like, he doesn't know I have $4 in my account right now. Like, he doesn't know that like I like oh my god, like whatever. But anyways,
You're down bad.
I was down horrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't even pay the rent. Like it was horrible. So then that month hits, and I made the song over the summer, with Corpse. He had so I think like we had talked on Twitter, and then we had like messaged back and forth a bunch, and we were like, oh, we should like make music. We made E-Girls Are Ruining My Life.
Yeah.
And we made it over the summer when I was like getting back into like making music and like finishing the album, and then come to the end of the year, and that song finally comes out.
And that was all organic, right?
Yeah, and that was
You and
complete.
Corpse, like,
Yeah,
the
that was.
label wasn't involved with that
No,
shit?
no, the label wasn't involved. At first, they do come into play in this story,
Okay.
which is something
Like,
that we
shit
can
gets
get
fucked.
into in a minute. But
Okay.
no, the song was made completely organically. It was through like a genuine interaction that we had just had on Twitter, where we were just showing each other love, and the song came about naturally. We just made it.
Yeah.
And held on to it, and then like as things are starting to like fucking nosedive into the ground, then that song comes out, and the next thing I know, we like wake up the next day, and that shit is going
numbers.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the first time I heard you.
yeah,
Was on that track.
it's going absolutely bonkers. Like I was like, I just can't believe it. It's like, why is my life this like roller coaster? It's like
Literally, yeah.
it's like the highest highs and like the lowest lows. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm getting like whiplashed by life right now. So that's like happening. I'm like, shit. Well, like, what's gonna like, you know, maybe now I'm gonna like get money. And instantly, when the song starts doing numbers, the label starts threatening Corpse that they're gonna take it down if he doesn't give them a portion of the song.
I mean, who like, what was it released under? Just Corpse's?
Yeah, it was released under DistroKid, but they threatened to take his whole DistroKid down if he didn't give them a split of the song. And that's like not standard. When you do a feature, even as a label artist, like they don't just get to like extort you into like giving them whatever percentage they want, like trying to take whatever it was. So he was like, shit, like, well, like I have to like give them this, So like okay, like it's just to avoid the song being taken down as it's becoming like the biggest song at that time.
Yeah.
Like he gave them the percentage, but as he should have. Like I'll never like hold any resentment towards him to do that because he was just doing the right thing to make sure that the song could stay up and be out. But because of that, you know, they took everything from me. Like I never got anything from it. I never got paid.
And they only did that to him because your name was attached, like...
Yeah, because I was the feature on the song. Yeah, because they could.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they, like, damn near extorted us.
Yeah.
And whatever percentage I was going to get of the song, they took it all. Zero. To this day, I've made $0 off that song. You know, and...
Like 4 years later, dude?
Yeah, and we just sort of, like, I won't even say too much because it's not worth, like, going into all of that, but... We finally like figured it out as I was like telling you in our off-camera time. Me and my old label came to an agreement. We settled on something that was fitting to me.
Yeah.
After not getting paid because, lo and behold, you know, it wasn't okay that they did that.
Yeah, not at all.
You know, and I won't like go too, you know, deep into it, but yeah, we finally just got that worked out. Less than a month ago.
Damn. So it's literally like still in the process of like getting to you though.
Yeah, I think that it's gonna be fully closed chapter while we're on this tour.
Hell yeah.
And that song came out almost 5 years ago.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's something that, you know, I've struggled with.
Don't trust the labels.
For a long time, you know, and I think it was hard. It was hard for me. I think it was hard for Corpse too. I think at times, like, it put an unwanted strain on our relationship. Yeah. Even, like, indirectly, like, you know, because it was just, like, this, like, force of corporate greed was getting in between something that two friends genuinely just like made together, and when something becomes like tainted like that, you know, it doesn't feel good to anyone.
Yeah,
because it's like he's like,
well, he was getting fucked over.
Yeah, because he's like, holy shit, they're taking this, and I'm like, holy shit, they're taking this, and I don't get anything. So he's getting like his part of it, but I was like, I'm not getting anything, and he's like, well, they're taking it, and they like threaten, you know, like both of us in this situation were being treated very unfairly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm happy and grateful that it got worked out, and now going forward, like, everything's cool. But, like, yeah, like what I said before, like, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's bad vibes.
I mean, when did, like, that whole process start? Like, when did you realize, like, okay, like, I gotta do something about this?
I mean, I've been going back and forth with them for the last couple years. Last couple years. Because they let me go in 2022. I got out of my contract. They finally were like, go, because I was just a problem.
Yeah.
And then since then...
Which worked out for the best.
Yeah, which worked out for the best. And, like, obviously, I know this has been, like, a big fucking, like, cry fest, but we can get to, like, all the positive things that came after that in a sec. But, yeah, I've been going back and forth with them for the last couple years. And, yeah, and it just now
finally
is getting worked out, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's dope. I think that's a really big victory for us. For me,
definitely.
For Corpse, for the song, for, like, the legacy of the song, like, you know what I mean? And it's, like, I know it's, like, stupid and, like, a corny thing to say, but it's, like, you know, like, it's something that I can look back on now and be, like...
Not have any, like,
and not harbor any, like, resentment or, you know...
Or the can right there.
Try to, yeah, dog. So yeah, I mean, I think all in all, like, I'm happy that it got resolved, and like I said, like, life gives you things that you can that you can handle, and unfortunately, like, the universe thought I could handle a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They're throwing the fucking works at you for real.
But that's okay, you know. I think that all in all, it's like made me like a stronger person. It's made me a better person. It's made me mature a lot. I don't mean just like the money aspect. I mean just like dealing with things like that in general. I think
dealing with bullshit
has shaped me into being, you know, the person that I am now, and like having an arc of, you know, emotional growth, like spiritual growth, like, you know, acceptance, like, you know, coming to terms with things.
Yeah.
And now eventually, like, being in a much better place in my life, you know, at the baseline, at least, like, mentally, you know, to where I feel like, you know, the sky's the limit, and, like, when I put good in, I'll get good back out.
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know, because shit's not supposed to happen like that.
You think, you, like, your course, your path would have been different if you had been paid for that?
Maybe.
Different opportunities or something, like different avenues you could have taken, I guess.
Nah, I think that, especially with, like, just drugs and alcohol and shit
Probably
and all
would've
that.
been worse.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I needed that money. I think it was for the best
Yeah.
that they held on to that. For the
Everything works out as it should.
You know, for the time being, I think that it, like I said, I think struggling is good sometimes because it teaches you.
Builds character.
It builds character. It teaches you life lessons. It makes you grateful for the blessings that you do have, which I think is something that I learned heavily in that time, that, you know, materialistic things and, you know, superficial things aren't the things that make me truly happy.
Yeah.
Because when you stripped all of that away from me in that time, you know what I mean? I did find, like, solace and comfort in the people that I was around, things that I got to do, places I got to see, friends I got to make, you know. I think I just realized that, like, you know, maybe I needed to be humbled by life, and maybe that was the universe's way of, you know, leading me to a path that eventually, like, could be positive, you know. And I think, like, in order to, like, find that, you know, I don't know what the right word is, like, maybe to get to that light at the end of the tunnel, you got to get dragged through the water and the mud on the floor sometimes.
Yeah.
To make it out.
You gotta go through the shit to
the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that's all really important, and I think all of the things that I've learned in life since then, the things that I've grown to, you know, to appreciate, to, like, be grateful for, to, like, cherish. I'm happy that happy maybe isn't the right word, but it was, like, meant to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think where I'm at now, I just feel, like, lucky to be here at all. Yeah. I'm not talking about music. I mean, well, in life and music.
Just, like, breathing, just looking.
Yeah, just here, existing. You know, I'm grateful, and I think that it definitely taught me, you know, that, you know, and at the same time, like, I felt like that, like, a million other times where it's like a million people have it worse than me. Like, why am I, like, bitching and complaining? Why am I, like, you know, getting all, like, huffing and puffing and, like, being so negative and choosing to deal with these things in a not positive way, you know, when, like, there's real shit going on in the world. People are dealing with real shit. Not saying that that's not real shit, but, you know, it's not like the fucking, like, Gaspare pity party.
Yeah. I mean, everyone just got different struggles to deal with.
Exactly. You know, and you gotta pick yourself up sometimes, dust yourself off, get your ass on the move, and keep on trucking. Which is exactly what I did. I feel like when I got out of the label deal in 2022, I was like, now I can really do what I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, the getting out of that deal, it like, I can't describe the feeling, how it felt, feeling freedom, feeling like I could, like, regain my, like, artistic integrity and my, you know, my sense of self-identity.
Yeah.
And my sense of self-worth, you know, the things that I felt like at times got, like, muddy, and pushed forward towards, you know, being the best version of myself, making the art that I've always wanted to make, doing the things that I've always wanted to do, and, you know, just, like, taking a step in, like, just somewhere somewhere that isn't that place. Like, I think since then, like, I've compartmentalized that era of my life a lot, which, you know, isn't, like, always, like, the healthiest thing to do, but I'm, like, that was, like, something that I kind of was, like, we're gonna just set that there.
Yeah.
You're here, I acknowledge you, like, I understand that these things happen, I understand that, like, you know, there's hard things, there's, like, mistakes made, there's regrets that I have, there's sad moments, happy moments, like, whatever, but, like, the only thing that I'm gonna do now is look forward and try to, you know, become the best version of myself that I know I can be now, in music and in life, you know.
I mean, I say things are going great for you. I mean, you look, everything just seems like it's like good right now, man. Like, personal music, we just reacted to the fucking album. Best music I've heard from you, like, genuinely. And you just got good shit going on in, like, your personal life.
Yeah,
I mean, your girlfriend, and you
yeah.
know, got the cats.
Shout out my wife.
Not yet.
One day.
So
yeah.
You see how,
after seeing you get engaged, I was like, shit, go, bro. I'm ready.
Shout out to Mans, bro. He was there, filmed the motherfucking proposal.
Beautiful moment. That was honestly, like, such an amazing thing to experience. Yeah, see, it's shit like that. Like, getting to spend that moment with you and feeling, like, just being there and, like, feeling, like, the feelings of love. Oh, my God. Like, I, like, live for that shit, bro. Like, that was good stuff. That was good stuff, bro.
Yeah, one thing I've come to realize is just, like, life at the end of the day, like, when it's our time to go, like, we should have, like, the memories and the people that,
yeah,
like, literally none of this other shit matters. It's just how are you going to be remembered, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, how are you going to be remembered, but also, like, what did you spend your time doing? Like, did you spend your time, you know, living for yourself, living for others? Like, how did you treat people? Like, how would someone, like, remember you in that aspect, you know? Like, were you a good friend, brother, sister, mother, father, you know, whatever it may be? Like, I don't know, I think that stuff like that is super important, and I think that for me, like, all of the experiences, especially, you know, since I have come out of that, like, darker time in my life and moved forward to, like, I really, like, cherish all of the positive moments.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like,
you don't take that shit for granted.
Never, not once. That's something I learned in that time in my life. There's a lot of shit that I feel like I had taken for granted before.
Yeah. And
I never once did ever again. You know, probably since that era of time, that 2020. 2020 was probably the last time I ever took anything for granted. You know, and as time has continued to go on, you know, like, those special moments that I get to, like, spend with friends and family, I really cherish. And I think, like, something else too is, like, I feel like as I get older, like, I just don't feel any sort of, like, resentment or, like, hate towards anyone at this point. I think that's something else I learned in that era. There's, like, so many, like, petty issues, you know. I've had so many things that have been, like, disagreements with people or problems or, like, whatever, and, you know, friendships, like, relationships that, like, didn't work out or, like, whatever it may be. And I think, like, as I get older, like, I've, like, just let all of that stuff go.
You feel better.
Yeah, and
like, you just go through life, like,
I feel, like, a lot more unbothered.
Yeah.
by things like that. And I, you know, and, like, I just genuinely, like, I really do, like, wish everybody the best. Like, whether I've had good interactions with them, like, bad interactions with them, like, I think that that's something that is important and, like, comes with that self-growth thing, is letting go of things in your past, you know, like, learning to forgive.
Yeah, because that's another thing, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter in the slightest.
Yeah, but, like, you know what I mean? Accepting, forgiving is all part of growing, you know, and I think that stuff like that is really important to me and something that I've consciously worked on, you know, not being negative, trying to, like, see the light in every situation now, because you know, even things that are like small, you know what I mean, because not everything is like super crazy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
trying to find light in anything, even when it seems like it could be like a little bit dark.
Yeah.
You know.
Find the positive and the negative.
Yeah, but you know, like you said, like I do think there's a lot of positive in my life that I'm incredibly grateful for.
Yeah.
You know, I feel super lucky, like I said, to be here.
I'm glad you're here, man.
It's lit.
For real.
Sitting with you. It's
Indeed.
cool.
I'm enjoying this. Enjoying this chat.
Dude, it feels crazy to get a lot of this stuff off my chest. Like, I've never, like, said any of this. I feel like some people...
Yeah, I don't know, like, the Coast Guard shit wasn't, like, known.
Yeah, I think that I like, danced around it a lot in the past, because I wasn't, like, ready to talk about it. I think just because it was, like, such a hard time in my life, like I said, and, like, you know, from this interview
Fairly
now,
fresh, yeah.
they'll know, why I didn't want to talk about it. Because I think it just was something that, like... You know, I didn't feel like comfortable, like, not like the like what happened exactly, but just like the time in my life, because it was just so like dark.
Yeah, it was hard, yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't something I ever felt up to talking
You don't
about.
want to like go back to that place.
Yeah, and you know, I think like I had to do like a lot of healing too, a lot of therapy, a lot of healing. You know, a lot of working on myself to feel comfortable at the point now. Because I feel like even, like, during this right now, like, on the fly, I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like we can talk about this. You know, I feel, like, comfortable now. And I feel like I've, like, come to a place in my life where, like I said, I can, like, acknowledge those things.
Yeah.
And still be able to move past them. And they don't haunt me. No pun intended. Anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
H-A-U-N-T-E-D. That's me.
Man.
Yeah,
But-
no.
All right. So from the Coast Guard, you left the fucking label, and I think the next project that you dropped. I mean, you got all the singles that you mentioned, and then the next project was In My Restless Dreams with Cam.
Yeah.
What was like what made you want to do that like as the next thing? Cause I think that was 2 years after Forever Yours.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years after. It came out September 2023.
3, right?
Almost exactly 2 years ago.
Damn, that's crazy. Doesn't feel like I've known you for that long.
I know, right?
Damn, bro.
See, and I feel like the something that I love about In My Restless Dreams is I feel like people are still finding it right now. Like, right now, it always switches with that album. It's weird. Like, it's funny that every song has now started to get its moment in the limelight.
Yeah.
When it first came out, it was Paranoia Agent and Ghost in the Shell, of course. And, you know, shout out to Darky and Sempra, my dogs, forever, for real. You know, I appreciate all the things that we were doing at that time, and I appreciate them being there for me and Cam during that process and believing in us.
Yeah.
When I feel like, especially for me, you know, pivoting and coming into a genre of music that, you know, I was like kind of like an outcast in, like being willing, like Cam, like the boys in Haunted House. I think Sempra and Darky were two of the first people that like really like saw what I was like trying to do, and were like, I believe in you, like oh my god. And like me and Josh especially, like Josh, like that man, like, yeah, I feel like he has given me the most like positive reinforcement. Him and Cam have probably given the most positive reinforcement I've got from anyone in my entire life, and I'm like eternally grateful, you know, for that.
I mean, on this album, this was the first time you collabed with both Darky and Sempra, right?
Yeah, I met Darky in 2022 when I was about to get out of the label. You know, funny enough, I remember telling him when I first met him, I was like, dude, I'm about to get out of this label deal, like, so lit, like, I'm gonna like do this and that and that. And I remember like when we first met, he was like, yeah, that sounds sick. He was like, dude, you know what, like yeah, let me know how that like goes, like whatever. And funny enough, the day that I got out of the label deal, Josh invited me to go to Rolling Loud and watch him perform, and we linked up that day. And the day I got out, I remember that was like the first time me and him like we posted a picture together, and we had dinner, and it was like really good. And I think that like at that dinner I was like, this dude's music is obviously like really sick, but I see this person becoming my longtime friend.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that definitely did happen, because I do feel like he really was like one of the first people that did truly believe in my like vision for what I wanted to do, but was one of the first people that I had met from this new, I guess, this genre that I hadn't, you know, really been a part of, that was like, yeah, bro, like, yeah. I'm like, as your friend, like, I'm here for you, you know, whatever.
Yeah, you guys seem like you're really like.
Yeah, and we still are. We were just texting on the way over here.
That shit.
Yeah, we still talk a lot. He's really busy, and I'm really busy too right now. But we always make time, even when we're not together, to call each other, like FaceTime each other, text each other.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know. In the last couple years, when we had times of being less busy, we obviously spent as much time in person together as we can. You know, I got the opportunity to tour with him, learn a lot from him as a performer, which helped me grow a lot as a performer and an artist. Him and Cam both too pushed me a lot. They like really fucking pushed me during that time to become a better artist, to become a better performer, a better person. And I think like musically, like, oh my god, like those motherfuckers were just like, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it, let's go, come on, more, better, more work ethic, work harder. No, you're better, like, come on, let's go. Next thing, what are we doing, like, better, more, you know what I mean, like,
But they tell you, like, if something was, like, shit or could be better?
Of course, like, I think that also just, like, watching them both, like, work, you know, was really, like, inspiring to me, you know, working on the album with Kim. It was incredibly inspiring to kind of like step into what he was doing and like get into that world together and like watch the way that he did things.
Yeah.
Watch the way that he made music and the way that he worked. Same with Josh. Watching him make music, watching him play shows, like getting to spend time with both of them. I was like, I feel like I learned a lot from both of them, and it made me get inspired. And I was like, okay, like I can do this. Like now it's like we're going, you know.
Yeah.
Now we're moving fast. But yeah, making that. What was the initial thing? I don't even remember what we were first talking about. Oh,
like what made you like
in my restless dreams, right?
Yeah. Like when were you like, all right, like me and Cam should make this collab album. This should be my next drop. Me
and Cam went on tour in 2022, right after I got out of the label thing. I'd ask Cam, because in the span of time where I was waiting to get out of that deal, Cam was like one of my like main support systems. Like he was like, we talked every single day on FaceTime, but we didn't get a lot of time to spend together in person because he lives on the other side of the country from me, which eventually we figured out, and you know, we started like being together as much as we possibly could. But during that time we just talked every day, and you know, when the opportunity came up when I first got out of that to go on tour, I was like, I have to bring Cam. Like, he's just so fire. Like, I was like a fan of his music. Obviously, he had become like one of my close friends that I spoke to every day. And on that tour, we dropped Sorry I'm a Haunted House right before. And people really enjoyed that song. And I was like, dude, like, I just love making music with Cam. Like, we were just sitting in the van one day, and I was like, bro, like, it would be so crazy. I remember we were like smoking weed in the van. I was like, it'd be just so crazy if we just like made an album together. And he was like, yeah, we should. That would be dope. And I think like at that time we were like, bro, like when we like do shit together, like we should call it like haunted house shit, like haunted house music.
Yeah.
That was like the thing, because obviously the song was called Sorry I'm a Haunted House. And I was like, that would just be so sick. Like I think originally the album was gonna be called Haunted House.
Oh really?
If I'm not misremembering. I'm sure if I am, Cam will tell me, but I think that it started off as that. We got off the tour.
Haunted House is not even a thing at this point, right?
No, it's just me and Cam. And then Cam actually on that tour for the second half of it was like, yo, can I like bring my friends to open? And he really was like just speaking so highly of them, and that was Grim Salvo. who, as you know, like eventually joined the group shortly after that. But by the end of that tour, me and Cam were like so locked in. We were like, we're gonna get home, we're gonna have Christmas, and then in January, I'm coming to stay with you for like a couple months, and we're gonna make this album. So I did, and then I think by the end of that tour, it was the group was like primitively formed, and it was me, Cam, and Grim Salvo at first, and it was the three of us. We hadn't like obviously like said it was called Haunted House. I don't think at that time. But then so me and Cam go to his house in January. I get there literally on like January 3rd, first night. I'm not even there for 15 minutes, and I was like, all right, like play me some shit. Plays me a couple beats. We're like, eh. He's like, well, I have this idea that I recorded like 4 years ago, and he plays it, and it's Paranoid Agent with just the hook. Hey, myself, and the beat, and I was like, whoa, like you made this 4 years ago? Like that's so, dude. He recorded that I think in 2018.
That's pretty crazy, dude. I thought that was like a freshly made.
No, dude, he had that shit just laying around.
Damn.
Bro, literally,
the beat is the same and everything?
Yes. Yo, Cam makes timeless shit. I'm telling you, dude. I want to say there's another song on this album. Yeah, Blood Plus, also, I believe is from 2020. His hook in the beat. Crazy. Like, bro just makes timeless shit.
Sitting on gold over
he can't fucking help himself. So, he plays Paranoia Agent after we play the first couple beats, and we're like, whatever, and I'm like, we have to. So I'm just like, I'm like vibing, I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, like write that down. And then Cam was like, bro, it would be crazy if you like tried to scream like what you like on the type of shit that you did on From Hell with Love. So I'm like, you know, so then I'm like, I'm writing. 8 minutes goes by, and I'm like, I'm ready. Like, let's do it. The whole thing, I probably wrote my verse in less than 10 minutes.
Do you usually write, or you just off the top?
I usually voice memo to myself, and then for the flow, and then I'll go back and listen to it piece by piece and fill in the mumbling with the words.
Actual words, gotcha.
But for that, it was just like so fast. Like, dude, I remember the I feel like Zabuza, fuck with my. That was the first thing I said. I might chop you. If you are not running some top, I might block. It was just pouring out of me.
Yeah.
So then Paranoid Agent is literally done. Like the original version that didn't have Josh on it is done within an hour of me being there. So I was like, holy shit, dude, what the fuck? So we wake up the next day. I'm like, what are we gonna do today? And I was like, I have this beat. I was like, it's a funk beat. Cam hates fucking the cowbell shit. It's like his least favorite thing in the world. I was like, bro, I have this funk beat, but like, I swear it's like really crazy. Like, it's really sick. You gotta just like give it a shot. And then he played the beat for Slow Dancing with the Devil, and we did that one first. So I was like, okay, this is fire. So we write for the first half of the day. Slow Dancing with the Devil. Record Slow Dancing with the Devil. It's done. It's like 9 p.m. I was like, bro, but that funk beat. And he's like, bro, shut the fuck up with the funk beat. He's like, I'm not getting on that shit. He's like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, please. So what I had done in the off time of, you know, of the rest of the day, while he was working on his part of Slow Dancing with the Devil, was I wrote to the Flowers by Her Grave beat. I wrote the she think I'm cute, she wanna have sex. And I was like, let me just record my part. And if you hate it, you don't have to get on it. Yeah. It can just be my song. No worries. But I'm recording. So either you get on it or you don't. So I recorded it, and I remember, I'll always remember this. I remember taking the headphones off and putting them on the thing, and I like hit the space bar, and I'm playing it out of the thing, and I like hear how it sounds, and I turn around and Cam's like,
going hard, damn.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, fine, like I'll do it.
Yeah.
He stays up all night writing his verse, all night. It's like 4 a.m. He records the verse. And like, I feel like Cam has said this story before to you the last time maybe we talked with him. But he records his verse. I'm like watching something on the TV, and he's like, "You want to hear this shit?" So he plays the verse. Shit is fucking ass.
Actually,
and he just turns to me, and I just go. And Cam is like, bruh. Like, he already, like, didn't want to make the song in the first place, so he was just like, bruh, fuck this, bro, like, I'm going to sleep. And I was like, damn. I just, like... And that was the first time we had ever, like, had a disagreement about anything, so, like, I was like, damn, I guess the song is just not going to happen now.
Up until that point, did every track you guys make, like, was released? Or, like...
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, there's nothing before that. It was Mosh Pit Love Story. Sorry, I'm a Haunted House, then Paranoia Agent, and Slow Dancing with the Devil. This is the 5th song we made. So, I wake up the next morning. Cam's shaking me. He's like, get the fuck up. And it's like 2 p.m. I'm just like, ugh, what? And he's like, bruh, I did another verse. And I listened to it, and it was like the verse that ended up making it. And it was great. It was perfect. It was exactly what it needed. So then we rearranged it. You know, I added the part that is the, like, kind of like the breakdown that isn't the, like, house drums, where it's like, you said it's over, baby, and I'm playing the song, and there's no debating. Put that in there. Added the hook at the end where we're both doing it, like, half and half.
Yeah.
And then it was done. And then...
Arguably one of the best songs. I mean, it's one of my favorites on the fucking tape.
Yeah, I think that one's really good.
Yeah.
So then, for the rest of the trip... That, mind you, that's 2 days. We did nothing else.
Yeah.
We got nothing else done. We didn't even try. We were so hyped on listening to those 3 songs. It was just like, we did not have a single care in the world. We were like, fuck it. So we go to LA to go home to my house because I was like, bruh, I cannot be in North Carolina for another month. And Cam and I go home, and then Sempra, I think, asked us to be at his show, or like to like open at his show.
Yeah.
And then on that trip, I was like, we should like all go to the studio and just like make something. That would be super fire. So we all like get to this studio, and we're all just like sitting there, and I'm like, and we're all like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're like listening to beats, and we're like, And then Dwilly, the guy who produced Ghost in the Shell and From Hell with Love, and then eventually Ray Gun, crazy producer, he's super fucking good. He was like, oh, Gas, like, remember when we made this? And he plays Ghost in the Shell. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot that we made that. And then Semper and Cam wrote their verses.
Yeah.
And then that one was done too. The original version of
with
the
the
beat.
fucking...
Yeah, with the...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's funny because Dwilly actually made the decision to change the beat like 3 weeks before the single dropped, and I fucking hated it. And he was like, no, like, trust me, please. I think I just got demo-itis from listening to the original version for so long.
Yeah.
And he was so right. The new version is
No,
so much fucking better. Like,
bangs,
it's not
dude.
even close. So, do the show with Sempra. And we play, at that show, we play Flowers by Our Grave and Paranoia Agent. And I remember when we played Flowers by Our Grave, the way that the crowd reacted, I was like, dude. Oh, I was like, yeah. I was like, I think that we might really be onto something here. But I was like, but I remember they were really hype on Paranoia Agent, or on Flowers by Our Grave. They were geeking for that. But Paranoia Agent,
and it's
they
still
weren't.
just with you two, right?
Just with us, yeah. Paranoia Agent, though, didn't go off. I was like, song's missing something. So we, we're at my apartment in LA, and I was like, dude, it would be really crazy. I was like, if we asked Lil Darky to get on this, like, that would be fire. Like, I've been wanting to make something with him. Like, Cam and him had known each other for, like, a long time at that point, and they'd, like, worked before. It's like, that'd be really crazy. So, like, we hit Josh up, and then over time, he got the verse back much later, closer to when it released.
Yeah.
But we sent it to him then, and then we kind of just forgot about it. And then, like, months later, he sent us the verse back, and it was amazing. It was perfect. So that all, like, ended up working out. And then, what is the track list? I'm trying to think. What came next? So then, What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. part 1, and Soul Eater came next. Soul Eater, over the summer, we had just come back from So What Fest, and while we were on the plane, it was like May, Jeremy, Don't Eat Slugs, sent Cam, he was like, yo, I just like made this fun beat, for the Fast and the Furious soundtrack.
The fuck?
Yeah, for Cam to get on, because we had all like submitted songs for the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. It was like the one that had the like Suicide Boys song on it. Yeah, so because they were asking for like that genre of music, so we Jeremy made Cam that beat, and I heard it and I was like, oh my god, fuck the Fast and the Furious, bro, I have to get on this, like this needs to be on the album. Laid the verse down. I think we still submitted it to Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious didn't want that shit. They were like, what the hell is this?
For Soul Eater?
Yeah, for Soul Eater. And then I was like, fuck it. So then I just put the second verse on it. Done. What We Do in the Shadows, I had made a year or so before that. In the time I made Sorry I'm a Haunted House, I had cut a demo for What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was just, I think it was just me at first, and then Corpse got on it, and then I just had that version of it, and then I was like, dude, I feel like we should like do something with this, like this is hard. So I sent it to Cam. I think that we had like gone home. I sent that one to him. Cam put a verse on it, and then we ended up like reproducing it because it was originally like this like West Coast like Shoreline Mafia type beat. Weird vibe. I don't know. I was just like,
I actually think I have that shit.
Yeah, you do have it.
Yeah.
I think I sent it to you. Yeah, but we were just working on that for fun at the time. I think literally like Corpse and I just like made that for fun when we first made it.
Yeah, it was different title too, huh?
Yeah, I think that was literally just like the title that we like exported it as.
Yeah.
But then Cam got on that. We ended up reproducing it. I think that I don't remember what. Oh yeah, and then we were like, at first we were like, we're gonna make a version that's just me and Cam, and then we're gonna drop the version with Corpse as like a like part 2. That's why we called it like part 1.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and that was like the vibe with that. So then that one was banked. And then after that, what other songs is there? It's Blood Plus then and Pondering My Orb. Yeah, and then Pondering My Orb and Blood Plus were like I think the last 2 maybe that we made. Pondering My Orb was like a real like, it was the same shit. Cam had like an idea for like a song that he was just working on. I heard that shit. I was like, I have to be on that. Did the verse, came back to North Carolina, did the verse in like one day. And then we didn't make anything. Then the album starts approaching. Then we were like, it was just those, I think 7 songs.
Yeah.
And that was enough for us. We were like, this doesn't need to be the longest album, and you know it's not. But then in like
minutes, yeah.
In the last like month leading up to the album, like right before we were getting ready to announce it, we made Blood Plus. We made Blood Plus, and we had Blood Plus, and we were like, bro, like we what are we gonna do with this? What are we gonna do with this? And we had verses on it, or I think the homie Teddy Slugs, shout out Teddy Slugs, the GOAT. He had started a verse for it, but he was like, nah, bro, like I don't think I'm gonna finish this. And then Sempro was with us in that studio session, and he was like, I might get on it, but he was like, like maybe not this one, because I'm already on Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So we were like, bro, you know what would be like the craziest thing ever? I feel like people would love is to have Witchy on this. Like that, he would just be so perfect. Like, he's gonna kill this. So we sent it to Witchy. Witchy sends it back in less than a day. He sends back the first verse. I'm like, all right, I'm turning this in. The night before it's due, the album's due, Witchy sends me a new verse for Blood Plus, which is the one that is on the song. And it's like, I thought both of his verses were great. Witchy always wants to record everything twice. Like, he's so good, but he always does everything twice for some reason.
Like perfectionist.
And both, he always sends 2 things, and both of them are great every single time. Like, I could have gone either way, but he was like, nah, that one sucks. Like, this one's better.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Witchy sends that, and we got it turned in and submitted, and the rest was all history.
Damn. That's crazy. Literally, bro, what's up with you and doing shit like up to the fucking deadline?
Oh my god. It's like, I think that label or no label. Like, that's just, like, my vibe. Like, I always want to add things. I always want to change things. I always want to swap things around. Like, I always want to have work. Maybe I worked with people on it, and then maybe, like, we change their verse, or we change my part, or we, like, take something off, or make a different beat for a completely different beat out of, like, an acapella. I don't know. I have problems. Like, if I listen to something for too long, I start to hate it. And then I feel like I need to change it sometimes.
Yeah, like you're hearing things like, you're like, I should do this different.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So yeah, a lot of things change last minute.
But the end result seems fire, so it's working out, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I think that I always can pull it together, but there's like the Blood Plus thing, that was like so close to the wire. Like, if Witchy had sent me that verse like 6 hours later, like, I don't know.
Yeah, probably just would have been the OG verse.
Yeah, but I'm happy that he did, and it worked out, and that ended up being like a fucking awesome song. That's really, really sick.
Yeah, that one's a fun one live.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's one of my favorite ones to perform. Honestly, the whole album is just fun to perform. I think the only one that we haven't ever performed is Slow Dancing with the Devil. But the rest of them we all perform. I think we're playing like pretty much the entire album on this tour.
Hell yeah. Which is kind of weird because you still got this
Yeah.
brand new one that you got to fit in there.
Yeah, and I think off of the new album, we're also playing like 7 of those, maybe. I think we're playing...
It's a good amount.
Yeah, I think we're playing Jump Scare, Nightcrawler, Baby I'm Creeping Through the Night, Hunter's Dream, Survivor's Guilt, freaking A Dozen Black Roses.
Got to.
You Make This Afterlife Worth Living. I don't know. There's probably another one that's in there that I'm not thinking of right now.
You guys will find out during tour, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have my glasses on. I can't even see the freaking
No, yeah, this
words.
shit is, it's pretty far.
Yeah, I literally can't even read that. But yeah.
But during, in my restless dreams, during all this creation, like, is Haunted House a thing yet? Or it's like...
Yeah, it was a thing, like, pretty soon. I guess, like, I fast-forwarded a little bit, like, into the process of that.
all good.
But so we'll go back to, like, December. It's me, Cam, Grim Salvo. But at that time, Cam had told me about Witchy in 23, and then also we on the 2022 tour with Grim Salvo, we had met Saliva Grey and Zed. They had came to the Atlanta show and the Washington DC show.
Yeah.
So I already knew them from that, and then Cam put me on to Witchy in 23. I DM'd them both, and I was like, y'all are fucking fire. Like, Cam speaks very highly of you, not in like a way of like, oh, I want you to be in this group or something.
Yeah, just like you fucked with them.
But I was just like, y'all are hard. And then Witchy and I made From Up on Silent Hill over the winter break, like during around Christmas time. That song was like so dope. Like, I loved working with Witchy. Like, Witchy's honestly like one of my favorite artists. Like, I feel like I don't say that enough. Like, Witchy is like next level though.
It really is.
Like, he's honestly like one of my friends that I listen to the most in my free time. Yeah. Like, I think that he's just like insanely good. So we made From Up on Silent Hill, and then I was like, okay, like maybe like I'll ask Witchy, and then I got really into listening to 23's music at that time as well, and I was like, I feel like maybe, like, I was like, should I like ask them if they want to like do this with us? So first I knew that Cam, Grim Salvo, and I and FM were gonna do the Europe tour.
Yeah.
So then I was like, what if I just like ask Witchy and 23 to do it, and we call it the Haunted House Tour? Like, we should do that. So I asked them. They were like, hell yeah. And then from like night 1 of that tour, we were like, okay, so like we're like a group now. Like, we're all like boys locked in. We had like, even Witchy, 23, and I had spoken like over the internet throughout that time. Obviously, me and Witchy had made that song, but that was when we were like, okay, we're like rock solid.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? And then midway through that tour, we got our Haunted House tattoos. We all got matching tats, which is super sick. And then it was like just cemented from then. came back from the tour that summer, I went to Cam's. Like this is one of the times we made one of those songs I was talking about, and I think Saliva and Zed just happened to be at Cam's house for whatever reason. They'd like driven up from Virginia to come stay for a couple days, and then Zed played his new album, which I think had a song with Saliva on it. Saliva like played music, and I was like, oh damn, like they're so hard. So then I was like, well, now they got to be in the group too. And the next thing you know, like the full like lineup had been formed.
Yeah.
By the end of 2023. Yeah, and then that's when we started cooking, I guess. Which is funny because like we really didn't. Like we didn't make Please Don't Haunt Me until like
over a year.
Like a year later, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, you guys were a group. Yeah, that was the first track.
Yeah, but I think we were a group like in name at that time and as friends more than anything, you know what I mean? Like we were like a group. We were really just like all like
tight-knit.
Yeah, we were just boys, you know what I mean? But then we did the first Haunted House Fest all together at the end of 2023. And I think when we did that, I was like, oh my God, like this, like we might really have something very special here. Like, it's just crazy to like see all of these people that are like genuinely just like bros come together and like do something so cool. And like, I don't know, it felt magical.
Yeah.
Like no funny shit. Like it genuinely felt magical. That first Haunted House Fest, like I was like, holy fucking shit. Especially after everything that I told you earlier, that was like one of the proudest moments of my life. I feel like.
Yeah, I bet.
Is having all that stuff happen, having the year where I was not dropping, getting out of the label. The end of that year, I started working with Cam more and went on tour. Haunted House being formed, Europe tour, all of the music in between, the Silent Hill, Why Do I Still Care, along with In My Restless Dreams, all coming out like in the same year, and then at the end of the year, capping that shit off with like the craziest show I'd ever done in my entire life. It was just like, I was like, how? Yeah. You know what I meant when my life was like a roller coaster? Like, that was the first time where I felt like I was like just going at I was like, nice. This feels good. I have friends that care about me. I have artists that I'm around that I like respect. I enjoy making music with them. You know, like I have like a support system. I can think for myself, make my own decisions, make the music that I want to, be around the people that I want to, do what I want to. Like, it's like, this is lit. This is great. I like really appreciate this. You know?
It's like making music was fun again.
Yeah, I rediscovered why I wanted to make music in the first place, which was because I loved it.
Yeah.
And I hadn't felt like genuine love, genuine passion in a long time, you know, up until those songs, like, I'd say up until like the Sorry I'm a Haunted House era of making stuff, like, I was just devoid of life and passion. And I felt like I like got my little like pep in my step back. And then that, capping it off like that year was just like one of the craziest feelings in the world. Like it felt like some real like underdog story shit, like some real Mighty Ducks ass.
Yeah, finishing the movie.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, it felt really crazy. Yeah, and then rolling into 2024, like it was just like, you know, I feel like we just kept our foot just like on the gas. You know, I was gonna say we've had our foot on and off the gas at different moments for sure. Like, you know, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard, and sometimes, you know, we take breaks or like have like personal things in life or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do think for like the most part, you know, we've done a good job with the group, and I'm proud of us. And I think we have a long way to go, and we all have a lot of work to do. But I'm really happy with where we're at.
Me too.
Yeah.
But so why Haunted House though? Like why the name?
Oh.
It started off, you know, the Cam song or.
Yeah. So I feel like I had told you this when we did the Haunted House interview. So it comes from
What interview? What are you talking about, bro?
I made him take it down.
Bro,
That shit sounded like ass.
Yeah.
And I had food poisoning. I was shitting myself.
He was gone for fucking...
I was gone for 2 hours.
Over half the interview.
Yeah. So... Wait, what? I'm sorry. Oh, it comes from the Mariah the Scientist song. Remember I told you this?
Oh, yeah.
So, in the Mariah the Scientist song, Spread Thin, she's like, says some line in it where she's like, now I'm just a house that is haunted. And when I heard that song, I heard her say that, I was like, ooh, that's so fire. I'm like, and I wrote down in my notes, I'm like, now I'm just a house that is haunted. I was like, it's a very like poetic line.
Yeah.
So when I was like picking titles for Sorry I'm a Haunted House, and I think subconsciously like that line that I thought was just like so tough, I was like, damn, she really snapped with that. Like fed into me saying the haunted house, how I pop out with the gang. And then I was like, that line is just so hard, bro. So then I was like, should I call it Haunted House, the song Haunted House? Then I was like, Sorry I'm a Haunted House is low-key cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it came from that. But
so
shout out Mariah the Scientist. That's such a like strange
little
one.
Little lore.
Yes, yeah, strange little lore drop. But definitely like cool.
Yeah. Shout out Mariah.
She's fire. That's someone you should react to. Her music is dope.
Give me some recommendations, man.
Yeah, we should listen to the Spread Thin song after that. That song is beautiful. That song makes me tear up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of Mariah the Scientist track.
She's really good. Like, yeah, I'll get you some recs from Mariah the Scientist. But yeah, shout out her. Don't sue us.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
there's
like,
no way, bro.
No, I'm kidding.
House, yeah.
I'm kidding. It was inspired by that though, for sure.
But I gotta ask, because I'm sure the fans want to know too. Sally G, 99Z. Why'd they leave? What happened there? You're still cool with them.
Yeah, no, I love them. I mean, they're on the album.
Yeah.
yeah, they're literally on the album. Well, Sally G is on the album as a feature, and so is Zed. But Zed produced like 3 of the songs on the album, on top of being a feature on one of the other songs on the album. Yeah, so I love them to death. I think that for Sally G and Zed, I think that they realized that for them to do everything that they wanted to do, and for them to feel fulfilled in the way that they wanted to be fulfilled, the group needed to be operating in like a certain capacity.
Yeah.
That it just wasn't, cause like, you know what I mean? Like they like had things that they like wanted to do, and like music they wanted to make, places they wanted to do, shows they wanted to play for themselves, and like their own sets of goals. And with putting like so much effort into making a group run the way that it needs to run, and working like both of their asses off on everything, putting that grind in, like, you know, I think that sometimes was coming in the way of things that they needed to be doing, you know. And obviously like we are still all like super good friends, and I still talk to them all the time. But I think that the group dynamic with them, it just like wasn't the right fit for them. Like I think that all of us exist way better as friends, and they were able to go do the things that they wanted to do, work on the things that they wanted to work on, still stay friends with all of us, but you know, go do their own thing. And like obviously I cherish the time, we all do, that we all got to like spend together in the group. And they obviously, with us still being friends, like it's not like they're like not around, you know what I mean? Like they'll still like be at some of the shows and stuff, and they'll still be like coming and hanging out with us. And I'm sure like when
be on albums and stuff.
When we do Haunted House Fest, like they're always gonna like come support and like, you know, pop out and stuff. But bro, they're doing their own thing. They're lit, you know. I think that, you know, I'm not saying that like any of us per se like need the group or something, because we're all our own people, our own artists that can like stand on our own too. But yeah, I think that, you know, they can do their own thing and like be incredibly successful and keep going crazy like that, you know, on their own. Yeah. And like I really like respect both of them and like admire both of them and enjoy working with both of them. You know, Zed's like literally one of my best friends, like one of like the funniest, most insane insane people I've ever met in my entire life. Bro's like a real character. And I love him to death. So yeah, I mean, it's like it's not anything like more
like
more sinister or dark than that.
No juicy dark details or
there's no little,
beef or nothing.
there's no little secrets. I know everyone like loves the drama and stuff. Yeah, but there is none. Sorry.
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah,
y'all, man.
I was gonna say I'm sure someone out there is like, fuck. Yeah.
Dude, little Sally G99 fucking diss track coming out soon or some shit. Bro.
That would actually be hilarious. That would be super hilarious if we dissed each other.
We took a little intermission. We're back. Little PP City break, but we're back. What the fuck? I'll scrap that shit.
PP City, don't scrap that. If you take that out, I'm telling. If you take that out, I'm fucking telling.
All right, bro. I'll keep it in. But what's one lesson that you learned the hard way in the industry?
I think one thing that I learned the hard way, and this is for you, artist, kid that's watching this. Anything that you want to do, you can accomplish that on your own. Get you some friends that really care about you. Get you some good people in your life. Lock in. Get that work ethic going. Believe in yourself. Aspire to be more, not for anyone else, but for you. Do not sign to a label. You don't need them. They need you. That's what you don't understand. Like
Facts. Yeah.
That's what they don't understand, actually. You do not need them. They need you. Like, if you're a kid out there that is a new artist, whatever, that is trying to make music, do that shit for yourself. Like, don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it because anyone told you to. Like, follow your dreams, follow your passion in it. Don't get clouded by all the, like, superficial shit. Maybe someone's hating on you. Maybe, like, don't get caught up in, like, money or this or that, or, like, wanting to be, I don't know, or fame, whatever it may be that, you know, that you like or want, you know, superficial things that you desire. I think, you know, do that shit for a pure of heart reason and put your best foot forward when you're doing that. Yeah, for the love of it. And I think that that's the most genuine way to get to where you want to be, is to do everything that you do with love and genuine passion. Yeah.
Don't do it just for the money, the fame, the glory.
Yeah, because all that shit goes away. All those things, they
will
come
not
in.
last long. Oh my god. Bro came in and wasted no
Bro
time.
came in like a wrecking ball.
That is insane.
But I think like all the superficial things that come with making music, or, you know, doing anything where you are put in a position where maybe you're on like a pedestal a little bit or something, like, that's all temporary.
Yeah.
Money, the people that are around you for the wrong reasons. I would say, like, surrounding yourself with good people is like one of the most important things to have, like a healthy life, healthy music life, and personal life. But the people that aren't really there for you, the money, the whatever that you can like gain, all of that shit is gonna come, and all of that shit is gonna go. But as long as you maintain your sense of self-identity and self-worth, self-respect, you know, anything is possible. And take it from me, you know, don't lose yourself, because I feel like that's a lesson that I learned the hard way.
Hard.
Yeah.
Coming back to yeah, boy. But yeah, listen to Mads here, bro. He been through that shit.
Yeah.
He lived it. With that being said, do you think you make music more often for yourself or for your audience, or is there like a balance that you have to do?
I think that I always make music for myself first. It's like, you know, especially now, because I had to take that back for myself. You know, I think that there's definitely times though where like Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly never. I'm not gonna even lie. I always make it for myself. I always make it for myself. Do I hope that it reaches people and they enjoy it? You know, and like
Of course.
maybe it can like help them or make them feel good or be comfort for someone. Of course, but like, can I say that I like make it for anyone else but me? No. You know, and that's just like the God honest truth. I think like once you start pandering and trying to like appeal and trying to like do things for reasons that aren't just for the music and for the art that you want to create, it's easy to get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And I've done that definitely more than once. That's another lesson that I learned the hard way. Don't do that. I think, even if you feel like something like, it might be weird or it might be this or it might be that, or you're like, oh, like, this isn't going to get 1 billion streams. This isn't going to, like, be, like, bro, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, that is not what making music is about. And if that's why you're making music, I'm concerned for you.
I'd be surprised if you made it far.
I just,
I banger or some shit, but
I think I just would feel concerned. I would be like, what's going on in your life? And who needs to give you the advice that you need right now?
Yeah.
To change your mind, because it's just like it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. Yeah, but for sure, I think I make it for myself, and if it reaches people and can help them or they can enjoy it, that's amazing.
Yeah,
and I appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone that listens to my music. I appreciate everyone that supports me, and I love them genuinely. Like, they've got me through as many hard times as I've got them through, I'm sure, and they mean the world to me. But it always has to start with you, and as far as it goes from there isn't really in your hands.
Yeah.
You can't control how people are gonna like digest shit.
Yeah, I think that's something that I had to learn too. Like, you can't control what people are gonna think of you, what people are gonna say about you, what how people are gonna perceive you. The only thing that you can do is like try to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
And if, that's not something that, people are grabbing onto or something, or if you're getting hate or whatever the situation may be, I think don't back down, stay true to yourself, and eventually you can push through whatever it is that you're going through. I think that's really important.
Yeah. I've always believed, like, no matter what you do, someone's gonna fucking, like, bash on you, hate on you for whatever fucking reason, so...
Yeah.
Like, might as well just do it. The haters gonna fucking exist, they're out there. Whatever. Just do you, as long as you're happy with the process, you're happy,
Yeah.
You're just having fun, you're just enjoying the shit. Like, who gives a fuck? No matter if it's music, content creation, art, fucking, I don't know, TED Talks doing shit, but, like...
Yeah, I think that
just enjoy the process.
As long as you're passionate about whatever it is you're doing, that could be making music, that could be making pizza, that could be fucking anything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're happy doing that,
Chilling
like,
buttons.
that's all that should matter. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because if you start doing shit for other people, you're gonna lose yourself in that. Yeah.
Facts. But with that being said, with you saying, you're making music for yourself, I think that's more than apparent with NIGHTCRAWLER, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that is very apparent with NIGHTCRAWLER. This is definitely your most, like, diverse album. Shit is something else. You said it's gonna be a little bit. You think it's gonna be decisive.
Divisive.
Decisive.
Divisive.
Whatever the right word is,
Both.
man.
Both.
But
Yeah, both of those things for sure.
yeah, we listened to it last night. I, for one, really fucked with it. Like I said earlier, this is my favorite fucking project by Bro. Well worth the wait, well worth the delays. Go ahead and talk us through this creation process. How was it like?
Yeah, so I feel like NIGHTCRAWLER is about in my restless dreams. Like, it's weird to like say that. So like, I started working on Nightcrawler the last month that we were making In My Restless Dreams.
Yeah.
And the album is like all of the I mean, it's just about like the way I lived, basically. You know, good, bad, fun, crazy. It's kind of like about all like the adventures and like, you know, misadventures and adventures and all the crazy shit that happened since while we were working on In My Restless Dreams, basically like all the life that I got to live that I feel like I hadn't lived in so long, all the places I went, all the people I met, all the things that I did. I feel like that's like what Nightcrawler is about. It's like Nightcrawler, baby, how I'm creeping through the night. Like all of the things that we were doing, and like I don't even really know like how to put it into words. Like I feel like the album just like it feels like that. It feels like being in Prague on tour at 4 a.m. and losing your debit card at the ATM machine, and then you wake up and you have $0 in your bank account. It feels like
that's some real shit that actually happened.
It feels like, you know, trying to put your best foot forward, but still dealing with things from your past that have scarred you, that are hurting you. It feels like learning to be in relationships and love, and also the flip side of that, of, you know, that of feeling immature, of feeling like, you know, you're like doing all this crazy stuff and like you're just out in the world maybe for the first time getting to like do a bunch of crazy stuff, and you're like just living life. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like me and Cam in Texas in 104-degree heat getting to like go out on like a festival stage for the first time, and like what that felt like, and all the traveling and like all of the fun stuff and all the people that we were around like in between. Like that's what Nightcrawler is to me, you know what I mean? Like I think that the overall vibe of the album like encapsulates every single emotion, or a lot of them at least, because there's a lot of varying emotions on this project,
100%.
that I felt in that year and a half ish time frame of while we were working on In My Restless Dreams. Because In My Restless Dreams was like the fuck you album to like the label, the fuck you album to like the past. It's like leaving. I feel like that's like a big theme of In My Restless Dreams, is like that shit is in the past, like fuck that, like we're here now. And I think Nightcrawler is like definitely in some ways more mature, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's like some more like serious topics, but also like a lot of like really fun and like silly moments. But I feel like In My Restless Dreams like feels like, this is funny to say because it is like a dark album, but it feels like more like whimsical, where like Nightcrawler feels like chaotic and crazy and like unpredictable and a lot of different things, but it does feel in a way like you can like feel the maturity, in my opinion. I don't know.
No, I agree.
I think it just sounds like more, it sounds like I grew up in that time.
Yeah, I'd say this sounds more like you than anything so far.
Yeah, I think
it's
it
like the good like representation of yourself.
Yeah, because I think that's like another thing. It's like about like finding myself and like being comfortable in myself, and it's like I don't mean that in like a deep way, you know what I mean? But I feel like the confidence and like the experience that like I acquired throughout the time, and like really like feeling good in my own skin and feeling comfortable with myself, that's like what it feels like to me. And obviously like in that time there was like low moments, which are like on the album too, where it's like the past is like pulling at you, you're like hurting, but you know at the end of the day you're going forward. Like it's crazy, chaotic, like fun, but also serious at times. Yeah. I think that really that in like a very like, you know, condensed form is like the best way I can think of like putting it. Like it's an album that I got to work on throughout that entire time with all my friends involved. You know, everyone that worked on it, that touched that album, is my friend. You know, and I love all of those people, and I appreciate the time and effort and the constant reworking and working. Shout out 33 Marrow, especially. I can't even count the amount of hours that we have spent working on that album.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, it's got to be like in the hundreds of hours.
Damn.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. Don't eat slugs. I love you to death. I'm sorry. You know, but that man.
Jeremy did a fucking
Yeah,
ringer.
Jeremy. Me and Jeremy definitely had our moments on this one where we were going through it. Workflow wise, like we just had a lot on our plate, but we got it done, and I'm really happy with how it came out. And as chaotic as like the album is, like making it was just as chaotic for sure, and all over the place. And a lot of songs came from different places and different times throughout that 1.5 year ish time frame.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of just put it together as I went. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even like. It wasn't even like necessarily gonna be like an album at first. It was just like music I was making that formed itself together, which is funny because like I feel like this is like, even though it is like chaotic, like I feel like it's also one of my more like cohesive albums in some ways. You know, I'm sure like not everyone will feel that way, but I think so. And I think that that's kind of like funny.
No, yeah, definitely got like. I agree with that statement. Cohesive.
Yeah.
Like nothing in this felt like it didn't belong.
Yeah. I think that that's like the best way. I think that there's definitely like a like through line in all of the tracks, even though there's like a lot of different genres,
sounds and
influences,
vibes, bro. Yeah.
sounds, vibes. It's basically like everything that I like. Everything that I like is on this album.
Yeah.
Every vibe that I like, everything that I like to do, every sound that I like to make is on this.
And somehow bro discovered a new it honestly sounds like you fucking did like discovered multiple different voices in yourself on this album. I mean, we just shit that showing my girlfriend, like I said earlier to you. Even she was asking like this is Gaspare? Like
What song is it?
Low key, I think no, the first one for sure, the second one. I don't know how far we got. But it was definitely like multiple tracks where she was like, this is still him?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, like if y'all see the reaction too, like you'll see me like most of the time, like a lot of the times I'm asking you
if it's
like,
me.
bro, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to run this shit back. But like how was that process? How was it like finding that new way of delivering the music?
I think that like I just wanted to try to do things that I had never done before.
Different.
I wanted to like try outside of the box flows. Outside of, you know, funny enough, like I feel like as I've gotten older, my voice is naturally like deepening a little bit at a time, more and more and more and more.
Every year it just gets.
Yeah, and like there was just some songs, like I feel like I was telling you this when we were reacting to it, that were just like easier for me to hit in like a lower register. It's probably from blowing my voice out so much screaming or something, because I didn't know how to scream properly for the longest time. Like, yeah, I think that I really tried to like do everything I possibly could on this album to like make it exactly what I wanted it to be, to try every single idea that I had. And you know, a lot of them didn't work.
Yeah.
A lot of shit got left on the cutting room floor. A lot of shit didn't make it. A lot of the songs that did make it, there's verses that are cut, there's hooks that were cut and changed that were ass. That shit was trash. But I think that I was able to try all of my ideas, take the ones that worked, got rid of the ones that didn't, and super glue it all together into one package. A little like Frankenstein baby. that
That's a beautiful baby, man. I gotta say.
yeah, that I think came out really sick, and like it's something that I'm proud of, something that I'm really hype on. I'm really really excited for people to hear it. I think like listening to it last night with you got me like even more excited than I already was, because it feels long, like you said, it feels a little overdue, but I think it's coming at just the right moment.
Yeah.
And working on this album and finding the new parts of myself maybe I didn't even know were there, and having my friends like push me to like reach those higher highs just for myself creatively. It also makes me excited for the future, and the next things.
Yeah.
I know that's something that I like mentioned even in the
reaction.
In the reaction, yeah. Fuck it. It was gonna be a secret, but who cares?
Yeah, there's some experimentation going on here, man, and who knows where that may lead.
Yeah, and like, just like point blank, and it's like don't get your Jimmys in a Russell because you're not gonna hear it for a while. But the next album, like, it's already in process.
In the works, yeah.
Yeah, and
should not be as long as the wait time.
Yeah, and you won't have to wait as long for it. It's something that I'm actively like working on every day. So
you still feel like inspired?
Yeah, I feel hella inspired. See, I like want to say something, but I feel like it's gonna give too much away about the next thing. But yes, I feel very inspired. Do I feel inspired by the same things that I was inspired by on NIGHTCRAWLER? No, because I'm not in all of the same places that I was in when I was making NIGHTCRAWLER. But yeah, that's all I'll say. But yeah, I feel very inspired.
Yeah, I'm excited for really I'm just excited, like you said, for people to listen to this shit. I'm really curious as to like what people's favorite tracks are gonna be. Just a general reception to this.
Yeah.
I told you what I thought were my favorites. I'm sure that's just gonna change, but what are yours favorite tracks off of this?
I think my favorite is Survivor's Guilt, because it's a very personal song to me. I think that, that song is like, I wrote, talking about like, there's moments in that song where I'm like talking about like a dark time in my life that we actually like spoke about today.
Yeah.
And I think that song means a lot to me personally. I think NIGHTCRAWLER Baby, How I'm Creeping Through the Night, I love because it was a song that I got to work on with my best friend from high school. We had never made music before together, and
that's the first track?
Yeah, that's the first track.
Oh,
we've both been making music forever, and we just never got around to it. So getting to work on that with him and Zed together was really special.
Mm-hmm.
Jump Scare, so fun to make, so fucking fun to make with Witchy and 23. Super fun. A Dozen Black Roses, also like super fun to make.
Hard too.
Insanely fun to make. I actually started that. I don't know if I said this. I think I started that as a cut for Sempra's album that he was working on.
Shit.
And I tracked my part, and he hadn't tracked his part. And then when we left the studio that day, and I was like, "Can I just have this? I want to just like make something out of this." And he was like, "Take it, do whatever you want." Because he made the beat, and then I laid my stuff on it, and then I was like, I want to have this song, like I want to make this song my own. And then getting to like work on it with Zed, Sally, and Slim Gucci was like super fun. Sally, and Zed, I think, made it in person, and then at the time I hadn't met Slim Gucci yet, but we sent it over to him, sent back a verse in how he does in like 10 minutes. Fucking psychopath. I love that man to death. Craziest work ethic ever.
Yeah, man, bro's work ethic is unmatched.
Bro's a dog. He's also one of my favorite artists. What else is on there? I don't know. The names are blanking. Out of the Frying Pan into the Fire. Super fun to make. I wrote that right after I went to a funeral earlier this year. I was in Boston for one of my other closest friends' funerals, and I wrote that song on that trip, and then I came home the next day and recorded it when I got back from the funeral. And I feel like it's a song that he would really fuck with, so that one's kind of for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how, because it's such a, like, I guess kind of, like, fun song that it just came to me in that, like, very somber, sad moment where I was, like, very devastated. But I think even that shows growth, where when that happened in 2020, I, like, shut down and I couldn't make anything. And when this happened, I was like, I feel like all he would want me to do right now is, like,
Go.
go. Like, he wouldn't want me to, like, stop my life.
Yeah.
Right now, and I think he would be really proud and, like, happy to, like, see that. I'm excited to perform that. Obviously, I wish he could be there.
Yeah.
To see me perform it. He was always like,
I'll be there.
he was always on the videos.
Spirit,
He shot, I think, the first Haunted House Fest in Mullet Mania.
oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's tough. I really, really wish he could be there, but I'm gonna do that one for him every night. Yeah, but I think that those are, like, my favorites. Oh, and You Can't Spell Delusional Without You and I, and You Make This Afterlife Worth Living as, like, a and B side, like.
Yeah. Yeah, after you telling me, like, the contrast between the two, like, I really fucked with that.
I think that that's just showed my my maturity in the way that I, like, perceive relationships in my life, and, like, the different place that I'm in now.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess, like, the almost, like, I want to say, like, juxtaposition between the two songs. Yeah, those I all love, though.
Yeah.
I know I just picked, like, 10 songs, but
Yeah, pick the whole fucking album, bro.
I mean, I do love every song.
No, yeah.
There's not one that I
obviously.
that I hate.
What would you say this is your favorite like work of art that you've put together?
Yeah, I love this album. I think this is, like, my strongest body of work. I think that I'm, like, incredibly proud of myself for the work that I put into it.
It should be.
In my Restless Dreams, it will always have a place in my heart. Like, I love that album to death. Like, I feel like that's me and Cam's baby, but I do feel like this one is my baby, and I got to make it the way that I wanted to and do exactly what I wanted on it, which I, like, am proud of.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I think it's my favorite for sure.
You and me both.
Yeah, that's fire. I was actually gonna ask you that today. I was like, do you feel like you liked it more than In My Restless Dreams?
I'd say so.
I mean, it's hard to say, I guess, now you've only listened to it once, but
Yeah, but just after the first listen, just, like, with how different and how many, like, almost, like, leaps that you took with it, like, it just, I really fucked with it, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of leaps of faith on this one.
But it's just, but they all fucking, like, hit the mark. Like, nothing felt like it didn't work. Yeah, and I told you, I was telling you in LA, like, I feel like I like music, like any type of music, as long as it's done well. And I feel like you did, you know, you hit all of these shits well.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think taking a leap of faith sometimes is the best thing that you can do.
Yeah, just fucking go for it.
Because you can't grow moving backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or standing still.
You gotta progress somehow. Can't just fucking keep making e-drills. Fucking can't keep making e-drills every time, bro. Not that you were nothing. I'm saying, just an example.
No. Yeah, you cannot. You in fact cannot make e-girls. Are ruining my life every time. You know, like I said before, Layla, it's like that song too. It's like it has, like, a special place in my heart. But
Yeah.
I'm proud of my growth, especially
Since that time.
Since that time, for sure. You know.
But, yeah.
And there's definitely old songs, like I said, that I like. There's old songs I love too, you know, but I feel like this album feels like right now.
Yeah.
This moment, it feels fresh to me and it feels new.
This feels like Gaspare.
Yeah, and it feels like the most authentic form of myself.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important to me, and was important to me throughout the whole process of making it.
Ooh, what's an underrated track that deserves more love?
That's a good question. An underrated track that deserves more love. What's an underrated track that deserves more love? Wake Up, Choose Violence by me and Do Not Resurrect.
That doesn't have I always thought that was like one of your best fucking songs.
Yeah, that song I feel like flew under the radar. That period of time was like so grand in like the songs that came out, because like the songs that came out that year, it was From Up on Silent Hill, and then Flowers by Her Grave, and then Why Do I Still Care, and then Wake Up Choose Violence, and then right after Wake Up Choose Violence, like literally like a month later, it was Paranoia Agent, and then Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So I think that all of those songs being around it made it fly under the radar. Yeah. Because I think it was Ghost in the Shell actually that came out before Paranoia Agent. As soon as Ghost in the Shell came out, I feel like it was like completely overshadowed by that. When I loved Wake Up, I still love that song. I literally like listened to that like 2 days ago.
Dude, yeah. I played a lot. Definitely one of my most played by you.
I think that's my favorite song that I've made that isn't on Nightcrawler. That song and oh man, yeah, that honestly, yeah, I think it is.
That one.
I love that song. I think that song deserves more love.
Yeah, Resurrect, bro. The way he comes in on that.
Oh,
fucking...
bro, he killed it.
Yeah, man.
He killed it.
You guys need to like make some more shit together, cause
I asked him to be on this album. He said no.
for what?
Nah, cause like not like that. Rez is just like a funny guy.
He said no. What the fuck?
Like we sent each other our albums. He sent me the album or some songs from the album that he just dropped. I sent him songs from the album from Nightcrawler. I sent him like Out of the Frying Pan and like House of a Thousand like a few of the songs.
Yeah.
And he was like, fire. And I was like, hell yeah. And then he sent me a bunch of stuff and I was like, are these to like get on or are these just like you showing me? And he was like, I'm showing you. And then I sent him.
I like your impression.
Yeah, and then I sent him one of the songs, and I was like, "Do you want to get on this? Like, I think you would sound dope on this one." Nothing. And then he came to the "You Make This Afterlife Worth Living" video, popped out for me. We kicked it all day, and I think I brought it up, and he just said nothing. Like he's so funny, bro. Yeah, there was actually there's a couple people that a couple homies that didn't turn their verses in for Nightcrawler and for In My Restless Dreams, but that's okay.
Yeah, man, I feel like it turned out well.
I still love you.
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, I know that everyone's busy and stuff, and I'm sure for Rez, like he was probably just working on like his album. Like I know it's funny because like he's like a funny guy and he's like a character, but I'm sure he was just busy. I know people really, really wanted him to be on this album. And from what I've seen in like comments and DMs, a lot of people think he's on this album.
Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry.
But I mean that I'm sure that fucking
we'll get one.
That time will come, yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely get one in. Yeah, but shout out to all the homies who are on the album. Shout out to the homies who didn't turn the verses in on the album.
But man, in the future.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure me and Rez will make something again.
Yeah.
He's like my like good friend. Like I said, like he just came to the Afterlife Worth Living video and really showed up for me and Cam, which I really appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
So you come off super approachable and funny online. Okay. So what's one thing that like people would be surprised to actually like know about you? I'd say like you're still.
You don't think I'm super approachable?
Nah, you are.
You don't think I'm super approachable?
I've literally seen people like yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
And you're funny. Bro's funny as fuck. If you did not.
I always wonder if people know that. I'm like, we'll be like in somewhere. I'm like, you think they know I'm funny?
Yeah, bro's fucking a comedian. He could be a comedian if this music shit wasn't.
Maybe in another life. What's one thing people don't know about me? I think like I've always like used like I think I've always used like humor as like a band-aid in my life. Like I think when I was like little, I used to get like bullied a lot, like in like middle school especially. And I feel like my like way out of that, like to like get people to like leave me alone or to get them to like me, instead of being like the silent kid, I was like, I just have to be funny.
Yeah.
Because if I make them laugh,
then
they're not gonna fuck with me. So I feel like I used that, like I used humor as like a band-aid and like a crutch, and then it eventually like just became like an integral part of my personality like throughout my entire life, as almost like a fight or flight mechanism. Like when I don't know like what to say, or like how to say it, like I'm like, well, I gotta make a joke now because like this shit is gonna be awkward if I don't. And I think that definitely like translates sometimes like to, I'm sure, how people like see me online. Like there's just some shit that I just like do for no reason. Like I don't know what to do or what to say or the right way to say it. So I'm like, well, I think this is funny, so I'm gonna just do this. And I definitely think that's helped me and hurt me at times in my career. Like, you know.
Have you ever, like, I'm sure there's been a time where you said some shit you thought was hilarious and it was just like...
I think that it's more so like, you know, I feel like there's definitely been people that have like taken me less serious because of some of the like funny things that I've done or said or like whatever. But, you know, lock-in time is lock-in time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've always tried to make that like really clear. Like, I love having a good time. Like, I love having a little goof, little joke, a little silly ass time. But when it comes to getting that like work done, like I'm gonna be like the first person like on the front line, like running to like do the work when it's time to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not lying either. I've seen the shit firsthand, bro.
Yeah, it's like I'm always down to be serious as well. You know,
Yeah.
I think like sometimes maybe I do come off like I'm like just like a little funny guy. But I can definitely like have my serious moments.
Yeah.
And I can have my like mature moments in the midst of all of the stupidity and nonsense that comes out of my mouth. And I think maybe some people don't know that. People that really know me know.
Yeah.
You know, because you get to like see both sides. But I guess like on the internet, you know, you really only see what I'm showing you, or you know, or what someone else is showing you of me, or what they're telling you of me. I think that this interview though is the first time like this is like a real this is a real deep dive into the inner workings of Gaspare. Yeah.
That kind of brings me to my next question of like, do you think Savage Gasp and Gaspare are pretty much one and the same, or like Savage Gasp is more like a little bit of a persona, or like, you feel me?
I think that Savage Gasp is
more exaggerated.
Is definitely just me. Like I think that in the music sometimes like I love to like play on the like horror and like the like weird like scary shit, because like that's like my favorite thing. Like I know we both like love like we both love horror movies. All of like the crazy like horror shit. Like it's like an integral part of my life, so it just like makes sense to like put that in the music. And then at the same time, like, you know, I think the way I present myself like on social media and stuff like is genuinely just me.
Yeah.
There's no like tricks, there's no like other personality or something. Like that is just me. Like I feel like in the music sometimes like I'll play into certain things and I'll like try to tell a story, or I'll try to play on themes and incorporate things that like I like artistically that, you know, aren't like I'm not like chopping up bodies and throwing it into the trunk or something. But I like love playing with like the imagery and like the wordplay of stuff like that, because like I do love like the genre of horror so much, and I feel like it's an integral tentpole of like my music and like my aesthetic, and it's like my aesthetic, but it's like just me. I'm like doing it in my free time. I'm using my AMC Cinema Pass and watching the newest horror movie alone.
Yeah, shout out. What is it called?
The AMC A-List.
A-List, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm using that shit and I'm watching that stuff on my own. But yeah, I think that the way I've always presented myself has always been very true to me. I think I've definitely not let people in at all times on, you know, the like darker aspects of my life. Like I've always tried to keep it, you know, on the surface positive, because you never know what other people are dealing with, and the last thing that I want to do is bring someone else down or something like that. But I feel like at the current point that I'm at in my life, I feel open to it, because I feel like I had to do a lot of self-healing before I could drop the walls down
Yeah.
for everybody to see. I think I needed to understand myself as a person. I think I needed to heal as a person, grow as a person, learn from trauma, learn from mistakes in order to like become the best version of myself that I feel comfortable presenting. Not to say that I've like hid trauma or something, or like I just feel like for a long time I didn't know how to articulate some of the things that I was struggling with, some of the like really, really dark thoughts, dark times that I had. I was just like, I just don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it because like it's not something that I've healed from. It's something that I'm actively processing, and that takes time.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's different, but for me, it took me a long time to be okay with certain things, to accept certain things, to, you know, want to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and I think people could relate to that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I've been there. I'm sure hella people have been there.
Yeah.
So you just gotta find the positivity in like the small shit.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just keep it pushing, man.
Yeah.
That's all you really can do.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like we fucking definitely talked about a lot today.
Yeah.
Opened up a lot. Got deep. I don't even know how long this fucking recording is.
This felt like a crazy therapy session.
Yeah. Hey, vtgAkuma therapist. What do you call that shit? VTG therapy,
vtgAkuma
man.
psychiatric, and I also react.
Drop a freestyle, man. Drop a freestyle. All right. But yeah, it's been a great fucking interview, man. Thank you for sitting down here, taking time with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
My G.
This was a long. I feel like a long time coming. Might have another interview sometime in the future, with some more members potentially.
Yeah, gotta get the boys up in here.
Yes, sir. I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not
up in here,
right
bro.
here. This couch barely fits us.
Yeah, man. But is there anything that you want to tell the fucking people? Like, what you got going on? Any messages, inspiration? That's how you feeling?
Yeah, I think the only thing that I'll end it on, it's like I know I just like yapped about a bunch of dark topics and sad shit. Also a lot of happy moments for the last couple hours now.
I think we're at 3 now.
But yeah, I don't know. If you're watching this right now, whether you know who I am, care who I am, or not, that doesn't really matter to me. But if you're going through something right now, if you're struggling with something, you know, if you're dealing with a bad hand in life, just know that you're not alone in that, and that, you know, I've been there, right there with you. I've been like at the lowest of lows before, and I hope that if anything, you can watch this and hear me say this and know that you're not alone in the situation that you're in right now, and that there's someone out there who's been there before that understands. And you know, I think things will get better, and I think that it's easy for me to say that sitting here right now, but it took a lot of work for me to get to a place in my life where I'm able to say that, you know. And I know that it's not easy, and I know everybody's situation is different, but I hope that whatever you're going through, you, after seeing this, maybe don't feel as isolated, as alone. And, you know, spiritually right now, I'm here for you, and I hope things can get better.
You're never alone, man. You're never alone.
Sending love, yeah.
But that'll do it for this one, man. Thank you guys for watching. Big shout out to my guy Gaspare again, staying here, you know, doing this shit. But be on the lookout for the album dropping on the 19th.
Yep.
Dropping on the 19th. NIGHTCRAWLER. Peep that shit. Listen to that shit. Let me know what you think about it. Watch the reaction that me and him did together.
Yeah.
It was a fun time, man. You won't regret it. At least I hope not.
vtgAkuma, just sit back and read.
Hey, we're fucking out of here, man. Thank y'all.